Yeah, I
He
just
was
hovered over it.
originally
And I'm
like
like, yep,
removed,
he's in there.
or if he wasn't, he would have had to hack his way into voice chat, and that's a terrifying thought.
That's true.
I have a Monster Energy drink, so Royce will be happy once I am fully awake.
Bitch, I don't care whether you're fully awake or not.
You seemed rather annoyed with my sleepiness.
I seem rather annoyed with your passiveness. I hate pacifists.
I'm not a pacifist.
You are.
No, I am not.
A
I just
pacifist who makes weapons.
Just because you make weapons doesn't mean you use them, or that you're you're willing to hit someone, or bite
well,
back.
I'm more than willing to slap a bitch. I don't know. I'm in a good mood.
He's threatened me, so
Yes, I have threatened Zaya to. Oh, I don't know if Cyrus's friend can hear this, but I threatened Maya that I was going to pimp slap her with Cyrus.
I don't think he physically can, but
Like I said, it's gonna be one of those adrenaline moments that like moms go through where they can just like lift a car.
I don't think
you
with
hate
your
me that much?
I don't think with your skinny arms you're gonna be able to lift Cyrus.
I'm not as weak as I look. I can
Mm,
guarantee that.
just I believe you can forge. I just don't think you're all that tough.
Eh, I don't really know.
Yeah, my friend does have her own headset, so she can hear everything.
Oh,
Awesome.
poor lady.
She knows all our sins.
It's fine.
I would certainly hope not. Dear God.
I'm willing to tell
You
all my
hiding,
sins.
Captain?
More than I could care to share.
Oh,
No one's perfect. We've all got our own demons. We got.
Yeah, I shared everything I know. There's very little I haven't told this group. But fair enough. I'm gonna go make a
for
cup of
better
coffee.
or for worse.
You get over it. Either you learn or you don't. I'm grabbing coffee. Be right back.
Enjoy. So, good times.
Yep. Yeah, today I'm going old school. I'm not using my wireless mic or my wireless headset. Going wired because I had to do a Y splitter so we could have two headsets.
You say old school as that's what I've been using my whole freaking life.
My headset has the plug-in, so
Yeah.
question, Cyrus.
Answer.
Is your friend gonna be able to see the telepathic link stuff or no?
Yeah. Discord.
Sweet. Enjoy. Captain, you're left out.
Wait, what the hell? When did that happen?
What do you mean?
So I'm looking over Ricard's stuff because he told me that I have the pet now, and I need to look into that.
Oh, you mean
Um,
the greater demon that tried to kill Zaya?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I see that now I have disadvantage on saves and disadvantage on death saves.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't have gotten it. Shouldn't have burnt the bracelet or the resurrection potion.
Seems like
Hmm.
a
Cyrus, you're a little quiet.
Okay. Hang on.
Better.
How about
You're
now?
better now.
Okay.
Yep, better. Thumbs up.
Okay.
How goes the brewing of the coffee?
Oh, it wasn't a brew. I just did a cold pod. Called it good. So I just take the pods I get, I open it and toss it into a thing of water, and then I usually drink that, or I chew on the pod directly, depending on what I'm
Mm,
feeling that day.
I have no idea what any of this means. I don't drink coffee.
Well, I like to chew on the grains most often.
Oh shit!
What?
Well, I just looked into what you told me to look into.
Mm-hmm.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming it's a bad thing.
That's
If I
one
look
way
at
to
your
put it.
character sheet right now, would I panic?
Maybe.
I mean, he's gonna panic.
Oh god. Okay, now I have to. What did you do?
I don't think Captain's gonna be the
Captain, what have
tank
you
anymore
done?
after this, I'll be honest.
I think I'll
Why
just read
did
it for
you
you guys,
Why did you
if
tame
that's
the
alright,
ferret?
Royce.
Yeah, feel free.
So the item is called Belf. That's how I say it, right?
Mhm.
Belf. Belf the Board, a legendary demon who found himself with immense power well beyond the others of his kind, even to the point that taking over entire domains was child's play. His power was so immense that it is said he put restrictions on himself just to keep life entertaining. It is said that he wanders the mortal plane in the shape of small animals, toying with those he sees entertainment in. It is said that Belf desires a challenge in his life and seeks someone to continually entertain him. However, it is also rumored that those Belf bonds with will give up their souls to him in the end, and that he shall choose when they die.
Great. So not only did you waste the true resurrection and burnt the bracelet, but now you're basically effed.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see your saving throws, Captain?
Yes, I fucking saw that.
So you should
Disadvantage on save,
probably
disadvantage
get
on
rid
death
of
save.
it
On
like
all
ASAP.
so he has disadvantage on all saving throws and on death
What-
saves as well, but
what
he
does he get-
is resistant to everything.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wait. He's already resistant from the dragon mane?
Nope. The only thing he was
No.
that just let him
Oh.
get capture magic and stuff. So spells
Oh.
thrown at him basically would get sucked into this thing.
Now, just no matter what, I have.
But
resistance.
basically it's not really that worth it, is it? To have disadvantage on everything?
I don't think the
everything?
card would know that.
Mm-mm.
Dude,
be
does
fair-
he not feel weaker?
Belf the Board is not a well-known person in history, so he's considered one of the 12
Hmm.
lords, but yeah, not very much is known besides that, and like what weapons he created and why he was so legendary or where his powers come from. So, yeah. He is based off an
Well,
actual
hello.
demon in Christian belief. Let me pull it up. I think it's like Bellefius
Captain,
or something.
I hope we do not get into a major fight today. For your sake.
What was it? No, where is it?
I'll just make sure that I dodge a whole lot more.
I mean, he has a pretty high initiative.
And stay within 5 feet of him, you know.
Oh, Belphegor. Gluttony. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to just like constantly give Captain advantage somehow to negate the dis on everything. Everything.
Mhm.
Captain, why?
I'm still choking on fucking pumpkin spice for some what do you call those things? Mendelins, the fucking seashell cookies. My great grandmother made some with pumpkin spice, and fuck, I didn't want to say anything in front of her, but goddamn my throat. Oh, they're good tasting, but oh, they burn.
It's a good burn. Enjoy the burn.
I also don't like sugary treats like that. Makes me sick. So my stomach's hurting right now. So if I get up to puke in the middle of this, that's why.
Okay. I hope you don't.
No, if I do, luckily it'll be just like a normal hangover. Puke and get it over with.
Yep, it's crashing again. Okay, I've been testing the mod pack that the DM's been playing.
Oh, yeah?
It has crashed on me 3 times.
Need a better computer.
I plan to, but
I
right
put up a
now,
YouTube
that's-
series on it. I've been doing episodes on it, so
Oh no! It's not bad. It's just that's a statement of that.
His computer just can't
What
handle
was-
anything.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Maybe.
He'll be there eventually. Oh, Cyrus, here, let me send this to you, because this will pertain to part of the session today.
Uh-oh. I'm worried.
That's something you're gonna find in your journal, which I'll go into here in a bit.
I don't like that.
I finally got a chance to look at the ancestral weapons. I was so excited. Finally was reading through that book and was designing some cool artifact next with the vestiges.
Yeah, those are kind
There
of
we
fun
go.
because they can grow and change.
Gave me some good ideas.
Cyrus?
What?
Please don't. Don't give him ideas.
Malthor is not making any more weapons for right now because he's more focused on his weapon breaking. Which
Well, just make
we're
a new,
working on
better
making,
weapon.
Well, player-wise, I am tinkering with weapon as well as Maya. You heard about the thing I'm making for my campaign yesterday.
Oh yeah,
tempted to give
DM.
that to
DM. I
Royce.
remember I told you about the one shot with my Kobold sorcerer.
Well, it's not a one-shot, Maya. It's a bi-weekly campaign.
No, not one. I one shot the 2 cultists.
Oh,
Burning
yeah,
hands,
that.
first level. Well, bam.
She dealt max damage with them, and they were at that was their max
Was it?
HP.
It wasn't
You
max
dealt
damage. It was
16
low
damage.
damage on the thing. Yeah.
You dealt
It wasn't the
16
max for the
damage.
spell.
That was their max HP.
Well, rip. I also convinced the dragon to leave, and now I have a venom dagger.
She's
Uh,
a dragon too.
my piece of
And I lit
advice:
the hyper weed on fire.
anything that's venomous, stick inside the rectum of a dragon.
Well,
Why am I? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be.
Okay.
but yeah, apparently there was some kind of weed plant thing in there, and Ember, my character, did a firebolt, lit it on fire, destroyed the souls of all the cultists inside, and caused it to apparently implode and teleport to the realm of one of the gods. So basically, Ember could have started a god war just by using firebolt on a cultist.
Works. Hell of an adventure day. Why?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
put Siren Head in the chat and why?
Oh, I said something about screaming, and I think Captain put it in.
Oh, okay.
So she tried to jump scare me, and the mic cut out to the point where it kind of sounded like a siren alarm.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
it peaked. I peaked. That's what happened.
Oh man.
And so I put Siren Head in.
Perfect. Okay.
Siren Head could broadcast our live streams. This is great.
I'm good. No. I don't want to be involved in the SCP universe. That just sounds terrifying after some of the shit I've
He's
listened
not
to.
SCP as much as people want him to be.
He's listed in the SCP website, so.
Oh.
Oh, did they finally add him in?
I think they did, because I could have sworn.
Maybe. I know he was.
SCP
I know he was just some
website.
guy's creation before, and then he blew up a lot.
Let me see. I'm gonna pop onto the website. I think I still have it in here. Yeah. They do. Well, they have him in some of the other stories. That's what I think I was seeing.
Captain, you should cosplay a Siren Head because you're so tall.
I am going to pretend you did not just say that.
Should I repeat it again? It'd be awesome. You just hook up some speakers to like your shoulders, blare music, and then you just walk around looking spooky. Shouldn't be too hard.
Damn it. No. Bad.
You just walk up to people's windows on Halloween, just blaring music, ambient noises.
Oh, you're right. They haven't added him
White
into
noise.
it. They have a bunch of references to him in a bunch of people's stories, but they don't have Siren Head specifically in it yet.
It's a great idea. I don't know why you're reacting with that gif.
DM, this is in the journal that I picked up from the other
Yes.
Cyrus, right? Okay.
the potentially future virus? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? DM, who's that directed towards?
You know what? If the shoe fits, you can wear it. I'm not specifying.
What shoe size is it?
Okay, Captain, you're no longer the lowest on my shit list.
The one joke I've made. The one. What else have I done to you, DM?
Well, at this point existed, but you know, that's another story
Honestly, mood.
for Sarah's. Who joined?
Hello,
Okay.
I am back.
Hello.
Everything hates me today.
Thank you for that positive outlook.
Here in Rejected Potential, we promote positivity. That being said, we're all fucked. Have a nice day, except don't. PSA from the Queen.
Your country is developing.
PSA from Queen Dia Raven song. You can't mess up if you're dead.
That sounds more like something Handsome Jack would say.
Well, Zaya isn't as cool as Handsome Jack.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't say that. Again,
Why are you so far away?
I was explaining why I sounded far away.
I couldn't hear you explaining.
Oni-chan, stop yelling. That's all I'm hearing, Karen.
My headset broke again, so it hurt
No.
sitting at my desk.
No one can hear you, Cameron.
Malfoy is turned mute. He must speak in sign language.
Oh gods, no. We're not having another Rands.
Strong enough?
Okay, did I get that?
Can you hear me now?
I wish I
Yes.
didn't, but yes.
Well, fine. Bye.
Bye. You're
Doesn't
not
leave.
leaving. Yeah. Okay. Let me delete that because I was just using that to check something.
Hi, guys.
Okay, turning trend down.
What's wrong?
Oh.
How are my wonderful friends doing?
Waiting our fate.
Planning to kill you.
You don't have to plan much, DM.
I know. That's a nice thing.
Kips is just gonna die via too much lemon consumption. Too much
Quite a lot
acid
of-
in his system.
He's gonna die from not enough lemon consumption.
Scurvy?
No. Not enough lemon consumption. Wait, Cameron, drink that, but slower.
Please don't. No ASMR in this chat, please.
Slower.
DM, please.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you.
There you go, Trent. You've had your one request for the day.
What is that
granted.
from?
Which GIF?
The one DM sent.
Oh, have I shown you guys my new background? My new
No.
my new desktop, my new monitor, the new background on my monitor.
Okay, that second one is Tallahassee from
That is very far away. Tallahassee was ages ago.
How does that make you feel, Zaya?
What?
Uncomfortable.
The background, my new desktop background.
It's just a background.
Yeah.
I
it's
feel
quite-
nothing.
You feel nothing.
I'm
towards
hollow
the
inside.
back-
Well,
Trent.
I'm sorry, I was scrolled up further. Oh wait, no, I know where that's from. Captain, I know what that's from. That's from Daddy's Home.
Not
DM
that, the anime.
DM immediately left.
The bulletproof vest guy.
I feel like
Oh
DM didn't
no,
like
I
the
don't
background.
recognize that one.
It looks well animated.
I'm gonna shut up now because it's about time to start.
That's a mood. Do I want peanut butter gelato?
You don't have to show up. You got 4 minutes. Although I have a feeling that Zaya and Cyrus are currently communicating in the background.
Nope.
Probably.
I'm just muted to be
Or
muted.
For since the friend is here, so we can talk to.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
We don't think ahead, DM.
That explains a lot.
Are you
That's-
sure?
Dice is rolling shit tonight. I'm switching sets.
It's not that we don't think ahead, it's that whenever we try to, our plans go out the fucking window when something goes wrong.
Well, what you assume is wrong, but sure. Okay. All
There
right.
is no such thing as a bad situation. There is only a bad situation.
No, there's no such thing as a bad situation. Only bad ways to deal with it.
No.
If you're gonna quote properly.
No.
I mean,
there is no such
technically
thing
there's
as a bad situation, except a bad situation.
There's technically no such thing as problems, just opportunities to do better. If we're going the optimistic route here,
Suddenly, I feel like increasingly CR for encounters today.
please no.
Tren, what have you always wanted to fight?
What have I always wanted to fight?
No.
I've always wanted to fight an aboleth.
Give up. I'm just going to be quiet now.
You know what? All right. I will.
What, DM?
Yeah, I'm for it.
You'll grant me my request?
Why not?
I appreciate that, DM. Thank you for making my dreams come true.
You're welcome. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
-5.
Can I do decimals?
You can do point. Yeah, you can do decimal. Sure, why not?
1.7.
Okay, I will see if I can get to that. Captain, would you like to say something?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Captain, why did you post that?
Well, it's a choice. You can either take Tren's encounter or Wolf's encounter.
My encounter's probably better.
Well, did Trent plan his encounter, or
No.
did you plan it?
No.
I did.
The
I
question is, who's more merciful, you or Wolf?
Oh, if you think that
Probably
Wolf's,
you.
if you think Wolf's merciful, you're in for a very bad surprise. He gives a fair fight. I don't. Not too bad. All right, I'm not rolling anything below a 10 today, so that's not too terrible.
What CR is an aboleth?
Like 10. Yeah, 10. They're honestly not that scary of a monster.
Excluding your homebrew. This is
No, this is
pre-homebrew.
this is a normal monster. I just picked it off of the thing. I see why Trent wanted this monster though.
Why do you say that?
Oh, there's a special action it has. That's interesting. Okay.
Also, if you run the one from the
Captain,
Tomb
how do you
of
feel about those
Annihilation,
dis on saves?
You also can technically run it like the one from the Tomb of Annihilation, where it has multiple personality disorder.
Mm-hmm.
You could.
I think. Oh wait, I think you guys were originally gonna fight one of these, Trent, but I think that in the end you didn't end up needing to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure which one you're talking about, though.
Does that
Which
answer your
ability?
question, Maya?
Yes.
Let me actually edit this then, now that I see this. You know what? This gives me a much better idea. Let's see.
Guys, you guys want to go on the swing? Guys, who wants to go on the swing?
Swing?
Yeah, you want to go on the swing, Cyrus?
Where's the swing?
You want to? I just need a yes or no. Do you want to go on the swing, Cyrus?
Yes.
All right, come on, Cyrus. Let's go on the swing.
Nice.
Yep, we'll take a little trip down to the playground. We'll go on the swing. We'll have a grand old time. It'll be great.
God damn it. Alright.
You know you love medium.
Love is a strong word.
You know you tolerate medium.
Smart boy.
Do we still have exhaustion?
No, not at this point.
Yeah, that was the Dream Realm thing. We had a long rest, and then we got on the airship.
Okay, I never took it off.
Well, Captain was pretty exhausted during the whole ordeal, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
There we go. That makes more sense.
Oh, I remember that I have this. I'm posting this in meme chat.
Do I dare look?
Yes, you do.
Interesting.
How do you feel?
I'm still going through some other stuff at the moment.
Okay. I have an interesting thought now. Alright, this will work perfect.
I'm glad to have inspired it.
Tom Chin Chang Hanji 1 hour.
Yep. Apparently it's according to one of the comments, it's from a Chinese opera play.
Would you guys like to begin?
Ready whenever you are.
Sure.
Yes, Tron?
Alright.
So last time we left off, the party managed to finally escape the Tiefling lands. After establishing themselves, almost killing each other, and then Cameron calling the DM fat, and the DM deciding to be merciful and not kill the entire party because it would have been entertaining, they head to the Tabaxi lands, with Captain at the helm, Cyrus sitting on the stairs reading through his journal, Malthor going about his business, Zaya down in the supply crates playing a soft sound of music, and Kips having stowed away in a barrel that none of the party knew about. As the day comes to an end, the Tabaxi lands can be seen in the distance. The strong scent of lemon pine on the air. We shall start with Zaya. Zaya, as you're sitting there, something beneath you, the crate you're sitting on, seems to, the more you sing, seems to slightly begin to shake. You feel the box moving about underneath you.
I instantly jump off the chest, putting my loot away and drawing my sword and aiming it at the crate, prepared to fight. Saya's not taking chances. She just had a basically near-death encounter.
That's fair. Okay. As you draw your sword, nothing happens. The crate continues to shake slightly and then slowly calms back down.
I want to use my telepathic link to summon Cyrus before I open this crate.
Okay. Cyrus?
So I'm alerting him.
You suddenly hear Zaya complaining about a crate shaking underneath her.
I will head in the direction that I know she went and find her.
Okay. As you kind of step off the stairs and head down into the middle portion of the ship, you see Zaya drawing a rapier at a very large brown crate.
Too many hits of the mute button. What do you got? What's going on?
This crate, I was playing music, trying to relax. It started moving. I don't know what's in it. I don't want to open it without backup. And I'm inching towards the crate as I say this, like I'm ready to open it with my sword. Just please be here if stuff goes south, yeah?
Yes, I draw my Vorpal rapier.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pop the lid open, and then I'm immediately jumping back.
Give me a strength check to see if you can.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I got a +0 strength, but let me double check on that. Yep, I got a +0 strength. 5.
As you pop the crate open, you see inside of it, as you jump back, a glimpse of gold and silver.
Huh. Can I perception check it from a safe distance so I don't have to get closer?
Give me a perception check.
Alright. Uh-oh. I don't like this. That is a 22.
So you clearly make out a very decently sized lute with 8 strings, each of a different color, each seeming to have a different note written down at the very bottom of them, and the words Silver Song carved into the side of it. It is made of golden wood that you recognize from the once upon a time in a story as you were a kid, from the trees of Mesna, or as they were known to amongst the rest of the world, the golden trees of magic, that would spew magic naturally from their sap, and it is actually one of the reasons why tieflings became so powerful with their magics, is because they would drink the sap from these trees. Where once there were many of these trees, now there are very few. You also see that a simple piece of silver ore can be seen at the tip of the lute, and it basically looks as if it's carved in the sigil of a music note. You don't remember ever reading or hearing about this item.
Huh. So Zaya's gonna look a little bit confused. She wants to make an Arcana check, but she's also gonna look over at Cyrus and be like, "Can you identify what this is?" Because Zaya's not very proficient with magic.
Yeah, Cyrus will Rachel cast detect magic, or I mean identify, and figure out what it is.
Zaya's still holding her sword.
There you go, Cyrus.
Oh.
I will just also share it with Maya or Zaya, because I will just relay everything that I discovered.
Okay.
So as I finish identifying it, I'm like, Silver Song, any relation to Raven Song?
Yes, Silver Song is my family, I guess. There was a family split, but the Raven Songs descended from the Silver Songs. I still have Silver Song blood. You're you're telling me this is a powerful artifact from my house, my family?
Yeah, it seems that way.
Do you sense any cursing magic or anything sentient about this?
Not that
Ricard's
I
cat
can
ears
confirm.
perk.
No. I'm going to sheath my rapier and very cautiously attempt to pick it up.
Okay, I will add it to your
Very
inventory.
gingerly. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll get a feel for it. Maybe pluck a few strings experimentally. See if it's in tune.
There you go. It is now in your inventory.
Oh boy, let me see. Am little worried. Oh. Oh. Okay. Saya looks a little bit pleased.
Alright. As you pick up this loot, it almost feels like it should be in your hands. It comfortably fits to the grooves of your fingers, and the strings seem to give off a pleasant melody as you pluck them. Each of them seems to give off its own unique sound, each of them being made of a different type of metal, and each carving of a different note at the very bottom of them. You don't give me a history check, Zaya.
Okay. Will do. Just bucking away. 22 again.
You recall that there was a story that your grandfather used to love to tell when you were really little, before the big family breakup, about an ancient lute that had been lost to the family from the first kings and queens of the House Silversong, who invented what was at the time known as song magic to the tieflings, which would be more laterally common to other as just magic that was of the spoken word. However, you also recall that this lute was lost after the last queen of House Silversong ruled, way back during the Age of Chaos, when she fell in battle using it. Supposedly, this weapon was stolen by the Tabaxi, but you haven't. And other than that, there's been no known user of this weapon or this lute since then.
And it just ended up on the crate on the airship we're on.
As you look at the crate, you see something carved into the side of the crate. Taking a moment to read the inscription in Infernal, I assume you speak Infernal.
Yes.
It reads, "A gift from your beloved sister. Good luck on your journey."
Sister.
And it's signed Tikva.
My dear cousin. Huh. How'd she get on the ship? That's the question. Does it... Judging... Well, I guess I don't see how close we are to the Tabaxi lands, huh?
From when you were... Well, you haven't gone up above yet, so no, you did not.
I guess I'll look over to Cyrus and be like, I think everything's under control. Sorry to take your time. I just don't want to take any risks. I'm going to suppose check this out. Seems important. You know, seems necessary. I take a look at it. I'm gonna head up, and I'll just head up to top of the deck, and I want to see if I could judge how much time I have till I get to the Tabaxi lands.
Give me a perception check.
Wanna
Go ahead,
give it a
Cyrus.
try? I was gonna say, or try to get Zaya to give the lute a try.
Oh, I want to try to attune it if I have enough time and unattune the Wand of Winter, but yeah, if not, I'll play it. but I can't tune it right now. Percent, I got 15.
Okay. You'd guess you're still about probably a half a day's journey to the Tabaxi lands.
Okay, yeah. Then when I noticed that, did Cyrus follow me up, or is he still down?
Yeah, I followed.
She'll turn to Cyrus and be like, I feel like I need to take this, but magically I've got so much already. There's this Wand of Winter. I don't use it much. Would you be interested in it?
Unfortunately, I'm at my max for being able to work with magical items.
Did I see Captain or Malthor nearby?
You can see Captain up at the top, or up by the wheel, watching the bot, making sure it's doing its job. And Malthor has retired to a room of his own making.
Okay. I don't want to disrupt Malthor, so I'll head up to Captain. Do I notice the cat ears yet?
Nope,
and
they're
or
hidden under his
potential
hat.
tail?
You
Darn.
do not. Yeah, you do not see it.
And
as
the
the
Darn.
hat is still on.
And the tail is tucked into his pants, although it is uncomfortable for
He
him.
does have one. Okay, good
Son
to
of a
know.
bitch.
I'm gonna approach Captain. I still have the loot like in one of my hands. I'm carrying it. I'm like, Captain, seems I've found something a bit important. I have no need for this wand if you're interested. It harnesses the power of winter and snow and ice. It may be of use. I know you're not a magic caster, but you don't need it to use it, as far as I'm aware.
I mean, I'd be more than willing to take it off your hands, but I'm at my max for attunement.
And it is at that point that you can, as you kind of talking to Captain, you can smell the strong scent of lemon pledge as you see a Furbolg walking around in the below deck.
How did was it he how did
I simply place my hand on your shoulder and just say, just ignore him.
Right. I'm gonna go back to the main dock, try this out. Best of luck, and I guess I'll just unattune the wand, but keep it on my person and attempt to attune and I guess play the loot I got.
Okay. What would you like to play?
A specific song?
Sure.
Sure, let me find something from my list of songs. I haven't had to break out this bad boy in a while.
Oh, I'll be right back.
The smell of lemon pledge disappears slightly.
No, I'm still here. I have to do something real quick.
You're good.
I'll visit a good old song that I've written a while ago for a friend I once thought dead. And do you want me to post it in Rejected Potential so all those that can hear? All right. Here is the song, Ode to a Friend. And I think she sings it a little bit softer to try not to draw too much attention, but, probably still loud enough to catch some ears, whether the robots care or not.
Did you want to sing it out loud for the group?
I am good.
You sure?
Unless I am required.
I mean, I feel like if you're going to play the song that you wrote, you might as well sing it at least once.
Then give me a chance to practice. I have not sung this song in a while. I need to figure out the rhythm, so give me a moment.
Sing it right now.
I was saying that our Kips can sing it for you.
I'll sing it.
Oh, no.
I'll sing it.
Zaya is practicing. Alright, as Zaya begins to tune her lute. Kips, you find yourself sitting on this boat. You realize you can feel yourself far up in the air, or far away from the ground. The last thing you remember is falling asleep in a thing of lemons after you'd completed your work, and then the smell of something decaying And then nothing.
Decaying.
Correct. It is at this point that as you kind of pop out of this barrel that you realize is full of lemons, there's a thumb sitting in it.
God fucking damn it. It's the goddamn lich. He fucking drugged me, didn't he? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It's not the first time.
You remember that one time at Druidic College where you spent your weekend with a lich friend and the shit he got you addicted to.
Listen, man, it was real good. It was a great weekend. Anyways, I'm just gonna say, where the fuck am I?
As you say this out loud, you look about and you realize you think you're on a ship. You've been on enough of them in your life.
Yeah, I know I'm on a ship.
You can hear the singing of Zaya, Raven Song, the occasional mutter of Captain Ricard, and the stomping and annoyance of Malthor in the back. You can also hear a strong wind coming from above deck. And as you kind of look through the hole that they have in the kind of like the center of the ship to lower supplies down into the mid deck, you can see the sky above you, but you don't smell any salt on the air, and you don't hear water.
I'm just gonna start screaming in panic. And just stare up at the ceiling.
Okay. Malthor.
Is Kips having a bad drug trip?
Malthor, Cyrus, Captain Zaya, you just hear a very guttural scream suddenly appear out of nowhere coming from the mid deck.
I send Chester out to investigate.
Chester comes out, looks down, and sees a Furbolg, screams, and runs back to you.
I know he probably told me telepathically what's going on, so I go out and I slap the Furbolg.
All right, Kip. So as you're standing there staring up at the sky, screaming your head off, Malthor just comes over, jumps off into the middle deck from the top deck, smacking onto the ground. As you finally kind of start to calm down for a second, then Malthor just smacks you.
Calm down. We're in the sky. Screaming is very loud and very rude. I'm going back to my reading.
As soon as he says we're in the sky, I'm going to continue. I'm going to start screaming again.
Alright. As Malthor, as you explain this.
For those of you who do not know, I just invented the fact that Kips has a fear of heights. He now has
I slap him again.
As you smack him, you're starting to feel something kind of as you hit the fur on his face. There's something strange, slimy, and very pleasant smelling on in his fur.
Is he covered in lemon juice?
He is covered in lemon juice and what is a little bit of ichor from the severed thumb.
I grab him and I drag him up to a room. I tell him, "Open the door. You'll be safe in there."
I'm gonna open the door and I'm just gonna start crying in bed.
And I take him to a different door than mine. I didn't want to share my room.
No, there's only one door, but it opens into individual planes of existence for each individual that uses it. As you open, as you open it, you see your lab. You see there's a rat in there crying.
Oh, it's my comfort place. I'm just gonna stay in here for a nice long time, making my fucking tuberculosis medicine.
As Kips disappears.
I open my door back up, and I'm hoping there's a forge in there, so a small forge for tinkering with like daggers and whatnot.
As you open it, there is not. You come to the same small library with a single bed that you did last time.
Well, I get back to reading.
All right.
And studying.
Cyrus, let's come to you now. Okay. As you are listening to this gentle screaming of a Furbolg, the yelling of an Aasimar, and the slight tuning of a golden lute, you see this entry in your journal as you start looking through it. A new page has been filled out. And as you read it, you feel a strange pull on your chest. Something is pulling at you from the Tabaxi lands, or at least that direction. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, okay.
All right. Other than the journal entry, that is all that happens. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Can I tell what's pulling, or just a general like I need to go there?
Something there. It sounds like there is something that is just calling to you. Yes, it's emotional. I love it. All right. We will come back to you in a moment, Cyrus. Captain,
Okay.
you can feel that your ears itch, that your tail is in an awkward position, that you now have 6 nipples.
I
I
am
also
not
have-
female.
I also have 6 nipples.
Male cats still have 6 nipples.
They
Are
do.
you serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
They just don't elongate like female or female cats do.
Okay.
Male
well,
and humans both have nipples.
before we start on my little turn here, Maya said that she was ready.
I know. I saw. I'm gonna be getting to that in a moment.
Oh, okay.
I'm the finale, I guess.
Ricard is going to walk to his own personal room where he is going to be making some wardrobe modifications.
As you open the door, you see a massive armoire, a captain's bed made with red silk, a few golden little drapes coming down, and a few maps on the wall.
Nice. When I enter the room, I'm going to head to the armoire, kind of set my hat down on top of it, and begin to carve out small slots on either side of the head so that the ears will not be jammed.
Okay.
And then I also make a small incision on my behind of the trousers so that I can, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me a dexterity check.
Okay. Um. Where is it? There it is. Okay.
Remember.
That's gonna be 21.
All right. As you expertly cut into the hat, give me another one.
That is 19.
Okay. As you manage to also pull off the trousers and cut a slight hole and weave the tail through, you realize you have a long black tail.
At least it matches my aesthetic.
It also seems to swish back and forth on occasion. You have full control over it.
How long is this tail?
About 2 feet long. This thing's about as long as almost as long as one of your legs at this point.
I attempt to hold a dagger with my tail.
As you go to grab a dagger, you manage to succeed.
I do just a general like back and forth attack motion with it.
It seems to, for the most part, work perfectly. It's a little uncomfortable, but you know, you get mock that up to it being the first time you've ever done this.
Yeah, I try to flick it so that I can catch the knife with one of my hands.
As you go to try and throw the dagger, you find that is extremely inaccurate, as the dagger just goes straight up and pins into the ceiling.
I remove it from the ceiling and put it back in its sheath and realize I should stop playing with my tail.
I was expecting that. That's gonna be an image and a half for the drawing. Alright. As you do so, you also notice you've got a stronger sense of smell.
I look in a mirror.
Your nose is normal.
Is anything else about me changed?
I mean, your chest and stomach are a little more awkward feeling, but you know, otherwise, things are a little more sensitive and rubbing when rubbed. But you know, otherwise, you feel normal.
So help me God, if someone pets me and I purr, I'm
Kitty.
fucking
Don't challenge me.
done.
You suddenly can smell Kips and his lemons.
I am in my own fucking dimension at the moment. No, sir.
What do you mean? You don't want Kitty? You don't want?
Kip's lemon stench passes through dimensions, through
Jesus
time and
Christ.
space, and alternate realities.
You also now have a more natural
I heard we're petting
craving.
a cat.
Oh
I
god.
have a more natural what?
You have a more natural craving now for meat, whether it be cooked or raw.
Oh,
Kitty.
great.
Sushi time.
With the wardrobe modifications fixed and some face palming, I head back out to man the helm again.
Okay. As you do so, you see there are now 2 doors as you kind of exit out, and both seem to slightly open, and you can kind of see both Kips and Malthor in their own personal rooms as you start to head up to your area. So you see Cyrus still going through his journal, kind of looking off in the distance, and then Zaya begins to sing.
Hang on, wait. Sorry, I was looking up a GIF. Okay. Let me clear my throat. Debus, Debus, a valley so strong, he did not deny death once but thrice. Debus, Debus, a valley so good, that for his friends he'd sacrifice his life. May it be known that he was a king, although missing his throne. Debus, Debus, a friend to the end, the bravest of soldiers, the mightiest of men. May he live on in this song, this song. May his name carry on, carry on. May he be happy. Debus, Debus, may you be free. Debus, Debus, a phallus so strong, with these he'd slay enemies. Debus, Debus, a phallus so good, that he saved the likes of me, of me. May it be known, he was a great friend, one of my own. Debus, Debus, my was he grand, with the courage of a lion he never turned and ran. May he live on in this song, this song. May his name carry on, carry on. May he be happy. Debus, Debus, may you be free.
Look forward to that being on the eventual musical CD we're releasing.
That was really freaking good.
Hope
Yeah, good
my
job.
mic
Yeah,
didn't
good
ruin
job.
that.
No, you're good. All right, now we have an introduction song for the series.
Should I sing the theme song?
Oh no, you're all right. I will basically clip that at the end of the stream, and I will start posting that at the very beginning of every stream.
I have a rejected potential song, you know.
I know you do. And eventually we will have you sing that one as well.
Yay.
As Zaya begins to sing, all of you begin to feel a calming effect. You all now gain bardic inspiration.
Oh, hey, nice.
Unintentional, but gladly appreciated.
I feel so inspired.
Kips, you finally found something sweeter than the lemons.
Well, that's good. The lemons are bitter.
I mean,
DM's,
yes,
the
Kips.
DM's heart. The DM's heart, right? Yeah, yeah.
Oh
His
yeah, because
kindness.
that exists.
His endless and infinite compassion and love.
All right, I'll give you advantage on the next saving throw for that. Just don't kiss my ass too much there. All right. As the ship continues on moving, Malthor decides he wants to leave.
Do I have time? Did I get to attune to the loop?
Yes, you did.
Sweet.
And as the thing begins to, or as you finish your song, Zaya, you hear a beautiful, almost a chorus join in with your singing. As you look about, you see the many spirits that are of your family who have stood and used this lute. All looking very familiar to you, yet all looking very foreign, as these are people you've never seen even paintings of in the House of Silversong.
Does everyone else see this?
Nope, you are the only one. But they do hear the chorus that comes with it. As more and more voices join you, you finally count about 12 other people around you, and as you finish singing, they vanish just like that.
Zaya looks a little bit surprised. She didn't realize she was singing that loud, and she definitely is a little unnerved by the appearance of ghosts. She kind of is. If Cyrus is still nearby, she's kind of glancing at him, like, "Did you see that?"
See what?
Like,
I
you didn't.
see any. There was like some. I don't know what you're doing with your voice there, but when you
That
sang the chorus,
wasn't.
it sounded different.
That you didn't see all the and she's like gesturing with one hand, holding the other. The you didn't see that.
No, I didn't see anything. Just you playing. Seems like it
There
fits you.
was. Well, yes, I won't deny this plays quite better than my old lute, but there was people, I think, ghosts of my ancestors, something. They were there. They were singing with me. Did the lute summon them?
Maybe, maybe it was previous owners. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. This is a confusing instrument, if a lovely one. And the DM has left. We are left to our own devices. Captain Sea Shanty time.
The DM what?
Welcome back, DM.
I've been saved from having to sing sea shanties.
No,
Sing Old Maui. Do it.
I'll
Do
sing
it
Oak
right
and Ash
now.
and Thorn with you.
Sing
I don't know if I can
Chicken
sing that one. I don't know it too well.
What?
God damn it.
Better
It's a
than
good
singing
one.
Family Tree.
It is a good one, but I don't know it. Well,
I'll
like
sing
I don't
Family Tree.
Yeah, I know
like I
you
don't have
will.
it like memorized.
I do, mostly.
I don't, but I will sing it.
Mm.
As the song carries on for a few minutes, you finally see that you are getting closer and closer to the major city, and as you look down over the sides, you can see these golden rooftops that spiral up from these balls and these marble towers in the middle of this like very vast jungle. These long drapes of silk and cotton banners hanging and flowing everywhere. People of multiple people. Yeah, actually, that's pretty accurate. Statues of different tabaxi, different sizes and shapes, walking about or standing about. You see these large tiger-looking like creatures that seem to be shown off everywhere, as massive things of gold. And Captain, after a few minutes, you see a place that looks like a good landing zone, off to the side where there seem to be a few other airships already there. Most are smaller than the one you currently are piloting, and the bot just kind of turns to you and goes, "Orders, sir?"
Dog ship with the others.
Plotting course. And it turns back, and all of you suddenly just start to feel the ship kind of slowly declining, as you can hear from above the big air or blimp seems to be slowly kind of deflating as you guys are dropping. As you finally touch ground, you see a few tabaxi like commoners walking about this vast city all in front of you of big massive brick buildings made of marble. Again, more towers upon everything, religious sigils of these giant tabaxi that you have no idea of the recognition of. And as you start to kind of look down, you see that there's a few armed guards in simple purple garb with spears just waiting for you lot to get off.
Okay, I should probably be like near the front since I'm the queen. So
Yeah, I lean over like to you this time. This time you take the lead.
And I'm gonna be
yes, yes,
standing right
gladly.
behind Zaya as her guard.
Okay.
Yep, I put my loot away and everything, so I'm just empty-handed, and
Okay.
I'll gracefully step down
Okay.
to meet the guards.
Roll dexterity.
As you walk over to the
Kidding,
edge,
kidding.
you hear a couple of clinks of metal on metal, this movement of gears, and suddenly a staircase seems to actually plop out of the side of the ship and drop down to walk down. Each step seems to light a glow as you step onto it. And in the center stands this very thin-looking tabaxi of a more yellowish fur color with black spots, wearing very simple purple robes, a kind of almost a steward's cap, and he just looks at you and goes, "I, Queen Zaya Ravensong?"
Yes.
And he looks beside you and says, "Malthor of the Normac hunter or followers?"
I give a nod.
Admiral Ricard of the Dragon's Gate Kingdom?
Aye.
A Furbolg.
A verbal.
Yes.
And Cyrus Galadron of House Galadron.
Yes.
Okay. Well, our king has been waiting for you, Lady Zaya. If you'll follow me, of course. To the rest of you, besides Malthor, you are welcome to either stay with the ship or explore the area. Our king has requested a presence, or the queen's presence alone preferably, but we understand if you wish to have a bodyguard.
Ah. All right. I guess Zaya's gonna like turn to Captain Cyrus and be like, "Feel free to do what you may. I'd prefer you stay close, but I'm not against you looking around. Take care, I suppose. Be safe and be smart."
The man the steward looks up and goes, Admiral Ricard, I heard about your recent enlightenment, and kind of gives a wry smile. There's a brothel nearby you might wish to check out.
Could you
Is it full of
define
goblins?
my enlightenment?
He looks
I
at
don't
you.
believe I quite understand what you mean.
Oh, we see that you've merged yourself with a tabaxi of some sort. The tail and the ears, he points out.
This is a recent happening. I'm still learning why.
Well, maybe one of our local ladies can give you a full explanation. I will have one of my guards show you the way.
Oh, looks
I'm
like
gonna
I don't
leave
get a say in
Chester
this.
with
What was that, Malthor?
Cyrus, and I'm leaving Chester with Cyrus, and
Okay.
say if you need to get a hold of us, Chester can get a hold of me.
Okay.
I kind of just recede and say, like, okay, I just kind of go along with the guard that's taking me to a brothel.
The guard gives you a wry smile and goes, they're the finest in the lands. The king likes them, unique.
Does that mean they're
I
lions?
just, like, kind of, like, shyly smile and shrug, like, I don't know what's going on.
As he takes you off, we will come back to you in a
Allow me
minute.
to explain something for you. Ricard's a virgin.
No, he's not. He might not be after today. Podrick Payne, allow us to teach you a lesson for those who get that reference.
Before Zaya leaves, I want to kind of pull her aside.
Okay.
Okay.
The steward kind of looks at you and goes, I will allow you to a moment with your count. And he kind of turns to go and speak with his cards. He says, Kips the Furbolg, you follow me. I have a medicine man that has an interest in speaking to you.
All right, sounds good.
And he starts to
Couple
kind of
hearts,
takes
well,
you
I
off.
recognized them before.
All right.
Last time this happened, we had to escape the city and run away from Leviathan.
And
I'm a little worried.
All right,
I
as
say
Zaya
this
and
out
Cyrus.
loud, but quietly to Zaya. I don't actually use the link.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And Zaya, I don't know about Dibus. Cyrus doesn't, right?
That's correct.
You've
Yeah.
heard mention of his name, but you
But
saw
not-
Zaya react at the meeting, but you don't, and you heard him sing about him in the song.
Yeah, but
I will
I
preface.
don't know that he's here, so okay.
Yeah.
Zaya, do you have a friend here, maybe named Tobias, Dibus, something like
Dibus.
that?
He
Dibus?
was my previous travel companion, both before I joined the Crimson Talon and before whatever madness started to take the world. I knew him. He was a trusted companion. I thought he passed away several times, but I thought he died for sure. But I suppose they say Tabaxi, Fellis, they have 9 lives. Perhaps he's used one of those. He's, I believe, here. But
I think you should probably just keep your eyes open, because when I was going through this other journal that I got, it
sure no.
went back when we were on the turtle.
Ah,
I had an entry that showed up that mentioned Dibus's name and that he might be in some kind of trouble.
do you know what kind?
Well, if everything else that I read in the entry is to be true, something god level problems.
Oh, great. I suppose we couldn't have enough of our fair share of god encounters, can we?
Seems we can't. But yeah,
Is it too dangerous
there-
to go?
I don't know, but I mean, again, I don't understand this entry showing up.
What
I
does it
will
say?
actually flip to telepathic at this point.
Okay.
Apparently there's going to be a second strike of the New Age that has something to do with Zilpips and Mogwar.
Zilpip. That's right. I had a premonition I didn't share back when we had the. I thought it was a beholder fight. I'm thinking now maybe it was important enough I should have remembered. I did see, and her guy's eye obviously kind of glazed over. She's kind of remembering it. A gnome, a mad gnome. I saw a large fireball. I heard thousands of screams. And I saw the world being torn asunder, with the gods themselves doing battle. Do you think that's what this is? I just thought it was a bad dream. I have nightmares so often I can't tell what's a premonition and what isn't anymore.
I don't know, but yeah, if even half of what was in the entry is true, yeah, we have to tread carefully here.
Is it worrisome enough I should require you and Captain there with me? Or you at least at the building?
I would feel better, although while we're here, it would also be nice to see if they have a teleportation ring that I can learn to gain
Then
more locations.
I can ask them for that for you and perhaps advise that you guys can wait outside the building for me.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Will our troubles ever end? And she just sighs heavily in the mental link.
Yeah, then flipping back to spoken. Well, I suppose we
Okay.
should try to get going then.
Yes, excuse me, and I look back at the tabaxi. My count here,
Yes.
to be Duke, would like to know if you have a teleportation circle here. He's been studying them. He's a master of the arcane. He'd be very interested.
Well, we actually do, surprisingly. A group of people searching for the knowledge of the first hero actually discovered it. It is beneath the king's throne room. We have the king would probably have no problem giving you access to research it. Of course, after a meeting with him.
Wonderful. And Captain was Captain dragged
Captain's
off.
gone.
Yep. When my admiral is done, I would request his presence outside, waiting for me, so that way we may travel together. We had business, but I suppose he's busy, so.
Your captain?
Also, we
Or
do
your
bring
admiral?
goods to trade.
Oh,
Well,
I'll make sure to bring a merchant here. But I'm
yes.
confused. Your admiral, I believe he was, and he flips through a piece of paper. He was signed on as the admiral of the Dragon's Gate Empire, or King of Kings.
Yes, the Tiefling Kingdom is a vassal underneath Great Good Tenem, and although he serves as admiral for him, he's also been serving as an admiral for me.
He nods. Ah, yeah, you humanoids. I will never understand you a lot, but sure, that is fine. I will make sure that once Admiral Ricard Bennett is taken well care of, we will bring him to the king's throne room.
Thank you.
Of course, and of course I will have Kips at that point escorted as well to you. I will be sending him to meet with one of our medicine men. He had heard of Kips discovering some sort of pill that he was testing on rats that we were very much curious about. Something
Wonderful.
about curing lack of ability in the bedroom is what we were told. But rumors always change and vary depending on the lands.
Yes, if he could get a lot of medicinal knowledge, I'm sure he'll be happy. Thank you.
Of course. Now, if you will follow me and my guards, we will make sure you are escorted safely. The last thing we need is for you to be bothered by any of the locals.
Yes, thank you. Come now, Malthor. Let us go.
Does Cyrus follow along, I assume?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm following Zaya because, again...
Not in your case, Malthor, no. To answer your question. But okay. So Cyrus and Malthor, as you head off, Kips, you're escorted by a couple of guards, and Captain, you find yourself off in a different direction. Kips, we're going to start with you. Assuming you're there.
I am there. Hello.
Okay, hello. As you're escorted into one of the back areas of the docks, you come to a small room, or a small building, rather. It's kind of run down, looks like a shanty sort of shack, and you suddenly see, as this guard is kind of walking you over towards this place, an explosion that just smoke comes flying out the windows shatter, the door busts open, and out comes a coughing Tabaxi. And he just looks at you and goes, "Ah, you must be Kips."
Yes, as I say yes as I, help pick him up,
Thank you. Oh, it has been a long day. After my brother's disappearance in Dragon's Gate, the poor bastard got blown up at some point, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I was hired on to act as the medical practitioner. Was it Dragon's Gate he died at? Maybe it was the Dwarven Castle. I don't know. I remember he was visiting Greg. He blew up in a fireball. Something about dwarves trying to siege a town. It was a long week. Have you heard of the Grim Legacy by chance?
I don't believe so, no.
Well, that's unfortunate. They have some interesting lots there. One of them managed to discover my brother's explosive abilities with Logolthis, which is a ridiculous name given the ex-god that we had. Anyways, that's besides the point. I'm getting flustered. I require your assistance, as he grabs you by the collar and starts kind of like trying to pull you, which you realize he's not very strong.
Calm down. Let's take this slow.
It's okay. I've exploded the lab 4 times today. It's nothing new. You'll get used to it being around here.
That's concerning. Incredibly concerning.
You see his glasses are kind of crooked, and one of them's kind of completely shattered. Half his fur is seared off. You're not even sure what kind of Tabaxi he is at this point.
What the hell have you been doing in here?
So I invented a thing called the exploding rat.
Okay.
It was supposed to be a cure for issues at the brothels. Unfortunately, exploding rat led to exploding other things. And that just became a whole problem. So I need your assistance.
Okay.
I found this blue plant. I mixed it with Logolthus. And unfortunately, when fed to rats, it explodes them. But it also gives you a hard-on that lasts over 8 hours.
Okay, so it explodes only rats.
Well, except if you ingest one of the rats, then you explode as well. But we did find that the corpses seem to have rigor mortis in only certain areas afterwards.
I see.
Fucking oof.
Oh.
I tried this on a local. He was very happy to try it. Unfortunately, it may have scarred a few of the local fine ladies we have working these parts.
Okay, interesting. So what is it exactly you need my help for then? It sounds like you honestly have this under control.
I hear that you have lemons.
I am a man that has many lemons, yes.
I think we can mix them. I want to see what happens.
You want to see what happens when we mix the lemons?
Yes, I also hear you're very good at growing things on rats. I feel that between the two of us, we can cure this problem. Or find a way to put the hole back. And he kind of starts to bring you into the laboratory as you walk in. It's pretty. There's wood falling everywhere. You can see his vials. There's glass all over the floor. There's rats running about. One pops right next to you as you walk in.
This is an incredibly unsafe and very unprofessional laboratory.
He looks at you and goes, "Well, surprisingly enough, this is my." He starts counting on his fingers. 1, 2, 23, 24th laboratory in the last month. I used to be stationed in the king's own personal castle, but you know how it goes. You blow up one of his children, someone loses an eye, a skull ends up in someone's bed.
I really don't know how that goes.
Listen, it's not a science. It's a magic.
No, it's a science.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He just sits there, kind of rubs his chin. Maybe that's the quick key. Ah, I have an idea. Come here, taste this. As he starts grinding things together.
Nope. First, you test them on the rats.
As you see him, he grabs this blue flower and just starts grinding the entire thing down. Petal, stem, everything into a mash. He mixes in what looks to be some sort of strange black powder, tosses what looks to be a couple of grains of brown rice onto it, and then throws a rat in there and just starts chopping it up into the mess. And once he gets this like thick reddish blue paste together, he looks at you and goes, "All right, you have a lemon."
I pull a lemon out of my back pocket.
As he takes the lemon from your hands, he starts to grate it into it, and then he squeezes the juice, and then just kind of looks at you, goes, and kind of shrugs his shoulders, tosses the lemon into it, starts grinding, and a slight little poof of smoke comes out, and he goes, I think I've just drugged myself. And at the end of that sentence, he falls over, passed out.
Well, I guess I'll come and is there like a bed, anything I can prop him up on to let him lie down?
There's a table.
I'm
in the center.
I'm putting him on the table.
As you kind of clear some of the rat guts off the table, a few pieces of small body parts from other animals you don't know what they are, and you lay him on the table. He starts to snore very gently when you hear a slight purring noise coming from him.
All right. So, I don't know what I could do, but is it possible I could? I doubt I could, but could I roll like an insight to figure out what this man's field is in, or maybe a perception? Is there like something?
No, give me an insight. That'll work. From his speaking and his way of working.
26. What is?
You're gonna guess explosives. As you
What is,
see,
like,
as
his
you look at,
specialty? What is
at
his field?
as you look at his fingers, you notice that he's got a lot of what looks to be what was common in your experience when you served amongst the Sea Elves for demolition experts, people who make explosive chemicals and mixtures, more for like sieging
I
down
see.
castles and such. This is not a man you realize of medicine in the slightest.
I see. Okay. Interesting. Huh. I'll wait for him to wake up. Actually.
Okay.
I'd like to wait for him to wake up.
As you wait for a few minutes and poof, 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 as you hear rats exploding as they're scurrying about the room.
God damn it.
You look at the paste and kind of get a smell of it though, and it smells.
Waft.
It's-
waft.
It's got a strong scent to it, but you get the sense that he might be close to what he was trying to come up with. As you recognize a scent off this, it seems like it's only missing something to you. A slight inspiration comes to your mind. There's supposedly a well-known blue mushroom that grows wild in the Tabaxi lands that might solve the entire problem of just mixing it with a little lemon juice and that flower, and only the petals of the flower, and you'd probably have the what he's looking for,
Huh.
or an extremely explosive poison.
I also like the sound of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna help like nurse him back up. Like I'll get him
Okay.
like maybe damp towels, water. I'll prop him up. I'll make sure he's comfortable. Things of that nature.
All right, give me a medicine check real quick.
Yeah, sure. I got a wait. Oh, it's so weird. It's like in between a 19 and a 9, but it like I can see the 19 clearly like facing up.
What are you using?
It was the dice in the D&D. It says it's 9 plus
Oh.
3, but it was
Okay.
like I saw the 19 facing up.
So an 11 or 12.
12.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. With a 12, you
Unfortunately.
managed to kind of get a big piece of cloth under his head, so his head's kind of raised up slightly. Put a cool cloth on his forehead. After a few moments, he kind of comes to and looks and he goes, "Did I figure it out?"
No, not even. Well, I mean, you're pretty close actually.
Really?
But I have a offer for you, and I will help you out.
That would be
Would
fantastic.
you- I have an offer for you. You come with me.
Mm-hmm.
You work in my lab as one of my professionals. I will help assist supply you with whatever you need for materials, as long as I get a decent sum of materials that anything that you produce that I need, and I help direct your research efforts.
What are
But I will help supply you.
My research efforts are in the enigma of assisting my people in their recent issues.
You're more than welcome to send any information that you glean on the journey to the men of science in your kingdom.
Fair enough. I will take your deal. Mostly because I can't remember half of what I did earlier.
I'll fill him in on what happened.
In fact, I forgot my own name. He looks at you.
What's his name?
He never said it to you.
I don't know your name.
Well, this is a conundrum.
What would you like to be named?
I'll be honest.
Can I call you Boom Boom?
No. Poof. This rat explodes on the side.
Boomer.
What the fuck was
Can
that? Why are there
You
rats
were-
exploding?
It was the thing that you've been working on. The issue has been that it's causing rats to explode.
He looks about and says, I was exploding. That sounds like me. Alright, sure, why not? Yes, I will help out. I don't have anything better to do as I can't remember anything. What is that smell? Pop. He falls back to sleep.
God damn it. I'm gonna find the waste disposal and dispose of the
There isn't any as you
Material.
look about. It's just
What
a
the
room.
How is this man any?
You have a
Feed it
feeling
to the rats.
he was
Feed it
brilliant
to the rats.
once, but you get the feeling that he's been exposed to some serious shit he's made.
I'm gonna find some place to dispose of this.
As you look about the room, you see in a corner, there's just a corner portion in the darkness of the back of the room that seems to have a bunch of strange looking chemicals all tossed onto each other and they're melding together. The smell is horrendous and you feel like you're getting woozy the longer you stay in this room.
That is absolutely terrible. I'm going to have to make sure that he doesn't fuck my lab up. Okay.
Burn it down.
Okay. I will wait for him to get back up again. But I'm gonna basically just put the like the thing he made like farther away, that way he doesn't smell it.
After a few more moments, he comes to again and goes, "Who are you?"
God damn it. I'm going to explain everything that has happened.
Explosive rigor mortis.
Yeah.
I feel like I should. There's something I'm forgetting.
There is. And you know, I can help you solve your issue here if you listen to my offer and take me up on it. And then I'll explain, just basically repeat the same offer that I said before.
He looks and he goes, "All right, that I'll take that, but I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Something to do with a brothel and rats."
Yeah.
Did I sell? No, I wouldn't have done that. Would I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh no. Oh. He just looks off in the distance. Well, we best get out of here then, as he kind of stands up and says, you're docked
don't
where?"
Forget to bring don't forget to bring your notes with you, by the way. If
What notes?
we're gonna have a lot of work to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you start guiding him out and towards the ship, we will come back in a moment to you, Kips. Captain. As you finally make it to the brothel, this nice swanky looking building of fancy woods, gold arcs, on the front of it, the sign says Sweet Kitty, as the name of the tavern. The guard says, I should mention though, we have a local scientist who's been working on some of the cuisine around here. I think you'll quite enjoy. And he just gives you a wink. It'll keep you going for 8 hours. It's truly an explosive feeling, as he chuckles at himself.
I just give like a slow thumbs up.
Now, he smacks you on the back, says, "Good luck, young man. Have fun in there." And as you're kind of pushed into this, as the silk curtain kind of parts, you see a bunch of very scantily clad, very attractive tabaxi women running about. Some with customers, some without. And you see a very old tabaxi male working the counter at the bar.
1 second, I need a coin. Okay, cool. Okay, Ricard immediately turns the fuck around and walks out the door.
Alright. As you turn around, walk out the door, the guard's gone. You are now in the middle of the city, somewhere you've never been before, and a little lost. There's a beautiful marble fountain, though, in the center, with what looks to be tabaxi cherubs pouring water out of their arrow slots.
I try to find a tavern that does not have scandalous women.
Alright.
He thought the guard was just offering him a drink.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, sweet, not 20.
Alright. With that, you manage to see about 3 of them that catch your eye. Each of them looking to be sailors' bars, as they're all each run down in their own way. The first seems to be made of an actual, like, pure, normal, natural stone that's been carved almost magically. The second being similar to the one you're looking at, but without the fancy name. It's just a pair of claws on the front of the building. But still made out of these fancy exotic woods and such. And the third looks to be an actual proper, almost marble-looking small palace.
I go for the palace one.
Okay. As you head over there, you open it and you see a bunch of very burly tabaxi dressed up in what looks to be normal nobleman's clothing, smoking cigars, drinking, and having a good laugh. As waitresses are running around, handing out food, drinks. The barkeep is a young man who seems to smile. You notice he's a striped, almost tiger-looking tabaxi, a little bit larger than what looks to be the others. And you see small, little, tinier tabaxi running about, serving foods and drinks, some of orange color, some of black. It just kind of depends on the look.
What time of day is it right now?
It's, from what you can see outside, about mid-morning.
Okay. I'm gonna head to the barkeep. I'm going to flip a coin towards him and ask for some Irish coffee.
He nods and says, "Aye, all right, I got you. You look. How about some of our local cuisine to go along with that?"
I think I'm good. I've heard something that threw off my stomach a little.
Ah, well, I understand that. I just hope you didn't go to the Sweet Kitty earlier. One of the women there recently exploded from a rat she ate. Oof. I tell you, those things. That doctor over there. You know, we call him Dr. Jane Kitty, but goddamn, man, that man is a diabolical bastard. Exploded 2 sailors in a week. Ugh, as he pours you some coffee and then puts in some Irish cream into it. He goes, "This should do you well. This is some local brew. I do warn, it's a little stronger than what you'll be expecting, so forewarning."
Ricard starts chugging.
As you down it, it burns. You take 1 point of damage as your throat is now on fire. You are also don't taste any alcohol, but you feel really energetic suddenly. He goes, I meant the coffee. Okay. As he sees you just down it. Sir,
Wait, where's the alcohol?
I was about to pour it. As he pulls out a second bottle. What you just drank was what we call here a local fiesta of tabaxi coffee. Most you more humanoid types don't do real well on our coffee. To give you an equivalent, this is like drinking a full mug of Cuban coffee.
Oh.
And he looks at you and goes, sir, I'm going to recommend you go find someone to either fight, screw, or kill in the next few moments.
I put down 2 more coins.
All right, sir. He sets it down. Would you like a barrel to go? I can set something up to be brought to your airship. It's only a gold coin.
Get one for me too. Get one for me too. Actually, get 3. Yeah, 3. 3 should be
As
fine.
far as I'm concerned, you're not in the vicinity.
I need all the coffee.
Yes, sir. Would you like a barrel or 2? Just to clarify.
Just the one.
All right, I'll have it sent right up to your room, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
He just kind of looks at you.
I'll wait for the alcohol this time.
Yes. All right, sir. I'm gonna give you a little less stronger one. This is some dwarven coffee we've procured recently. As he starts to pour it. He goes, "This shouldn't wire you as bad. You're gonna be up for the next few nights. I will warn you now, though."
Fine by me.
Also, if I might ask, half elf, half tabaxi?
Half elf, half human. Cat curse? He says with very, very visible confusion.
You know, well, I know a witch that can help you.
Does Does my ferret bud react at all to that?
Nope.
Okay. I'll be okay. It doesn't seem to be harmful.
No, but you're kind of exotic for around here, so forewarning, I wouldn't go near the brothels. You might be mobbed.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. You know what they say about elves? Y'all can consume as much magic as they want. Makes you one of the more dangerous lot. Although you don't look like a traditional elf from these lands.
I'm more on the human side than the elven.
Oh. Fair enough. So how goes Adara these days as he kind of polishes the glass after pouring you a second cup?
How goes the what?
Yes, how goes Queen Adara these days?
You mean Miss Ravensong?
No, you said you're human, correct?
Oh, you're probably talking about some human. I'm not from around here.
Fair enough. Well, to be fair, we get visitors all the time from all sorts of places. Recently, we had a lich come by, in fact. Swanky fella. Had the skull of a Rakshasa on his belt. Also had a small pet dragon. Looked very upset, as he even put an iron plate on its mouth. Poor thing.
What color was dragon?
Green, I think, if I recall correctly. Thing was feisty, but you know.
I down the rest of the drink and I get the fuck out of Dodge. And I
Sir!
tried to figure out my way back to the ship.
Okay, well, you didn't get, yeah, alright. She exit. You see off in the distance what looks to be Kips holding a very awkward and very shaven Tabaxi and what looks to be some sort of white coat with glasses that are busted, and he looks very confused. And on occasion, you notice he kind of shivers to the left and then shivers to the right. Strangely, as they are heading to your ship, it looks like.
Ricard is too worried about possible dad in the area and dragon, and so he's just making a beeline for the ship.
Okay, we'll come back to you and Kips in a moment. Zaya, Malthor, and Cyrus, as you get escorted towards the castle itself, you see this large marble building. Its elegance of gold inline, silver domes, and almost some topped with giant emeralds. You finally get greeted at the entrance stairway as you walk up. A red carpet comes flowing down for you to walk on. The steward kind of looks at you and goes, you can go on from here, Your Highness. I have important business to get to. There's a doctor I must go see. I wish you the best, as well as that of your compatriots. Also, Malthor, he looks at you for a second and goes, I have a message for you I forgot to give, as he digs it out of his pocket and goes, and pulls it open, the scroll, and goes, I plan to end your family. I know the whereabouts of him, and I shall end him first. Signed, Silverthread. As he rolls it back up.
Saya recognizes that name.
It's a cryptic message. I'm not completely sure, but I was handed about 10 gold pieces to give this or to read this to you.
Who handed that to you? When was that given to you?
About 2 weeks ago.
Can Zaya insight? See
Sure.
if he's telling the truth? Zaya, don't trust this.
Zaya don't trust shit.
Malthor, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
16. I got a low roll.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Zaya's gonna glance at Malthor and look for his reaction.
We can't hear you, Malthor. And he's reconnecting. Give him a moment. Welcome back.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can.
Yes.
Alright, good. Malthor is going to look very angry and confused, because his earliest memories is growing up in a temple. He figures he's an orphan. He doesn't even know his family's name. So, he's also gonna say, "Can I have the note?"
Sure, but as he hands it to you, see it starting to flame up and burn.
I'm
Can
gonna
I-
try and focus magic to stop it, and if that doesn't work, I'm creating water
Can
on
I
the
dispel
note.
magic?
Okay, first off, Malthor, as you create water, it does not put out the fire. As Zaya casts Dispel Magic, what level?
Third, just to try. So I assume I'm gonna have to make a roll.
The scroll stops burning halfway.
Thank you, Zaya. I
Of course.
put it in my. I literally just tuck it into my armor. I'll look it over later and see if I can't figure out where Silverthread's headed. Which way did he head? Did he say where he was going?
Something about a big mountain far off in the Dwarven lands.
And I'm going to kill that bastard. He's probably the one tampering and making the Bertarco blade crack. Oh,
He
Silverthread,
did
you
mention
dumb
something
son of a
about
bitch.
defeating a Dragonborn, but I assumed he was referring to Toutler as the invasion has begun.
I don't give a shit about Toutler, honestly. I just care for the fact that he's disrupting the shrine of the god.
Sounds like a problem for paladins and clerics. The guy nods and goes, "Have a good day. I shall go check on my doctor."
You have a wonderful
Farewell.
day yourself.
Did he give Cyrus instructions on where to go to the throne?
No, but you get the
True,
sense of just
probably
following up
so.
this giant stairway will get you towards the king's throne room.
Okay, as long as Cyrus is still hanging around.
Well, Cyrus is
Malthor,
still
are
around,
you-
and Chester has orders to stick with Cyrus, so...
Malthor, are you all right? Do we need to take a moment before we have a
I'm
meeting?
fine. Malthor looks very stoic for the moment. He is from your best guess after traveling with him for this amount of time, he is processing this, and he's going to keep the anger essentially corked.
As long as
If it
I
comes-
think he's emotionally stable enough to join me in the meeting?
You know he's not going to let his emotions get in the way of his duty to you as your guard.
Okay.
As that would be breaking his oath.
Okay.
All right.
As
Zaya will
Uh-huh.
walk up.
All right, as you guys head up the stairway, you see what looks to be a small Fellis statue made of a purple iron of sorts. It looks very familiar to you, Zaya, especially because one of the eyes seems to be carved to from a ruby.
Do I recognize the metal?
Nope, you've
I'm
never seen it.
assuming this is very
Interesting metal.
familiar to me. This statue.
Yeah, it looks almost identical to Dibus.
Zaya's gonna just like pause for a moment at the sight of it, and just like look at it, just like processing, and then she'll just keep walking.
Okay.
Malthor's going to admire the metal for a second while she's doing that and follow her in.
Okay. And Cyrus, that pull you were feeling earlier, you are feeling more and more as you are getting closer to the throne room.
Oh wait, yeah, can I'm gonna PM you a question. Let me just find it real question.
Okay.
Cyrus, well, as we kind of start walking in, just mentioned to the other two that ever since we left the Ravensong Manor, something seems to be tugging me here, and it's much closer.
For
At
better or
note-
for worse?
At being told that, I'm going to try and detect mostly Zilpip. Any truly powerful concentration of magic.
Okay.
Yeah, when
So
I'm
detect
done with
magic.
when I'm done with this thing, I'd also like to, I guess, sense around. But
Do I know? Can I get a sense of how close it is, or I just? am
Yeah,
feeling that
it's getting much stronger as it's coming or as you're going closer to the throne room.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, I share that.
knowing Zilpip and knowing like my premonitions with him and everything, can I also see if I sense his magic or if I sense Dibus's?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
And
Roll
go
my
ahead,
physical
Malthor.
dice,
Detect
boys.
magic. Do I also need to roll Arcana?
No, you're doing a detect magic.
Yep.
The spell, correct?
Searching specifically for Zilpips.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So as you cast it,
I got 11.
all right. Give me a moment. As you cast it, You sense magic as you feel an explosion far off in the distance behind you. And then multiple more, but they aren't related to Zilpip's magic. You don't sense Zilpip's magic in the slightest. However, you do sense a very strong sense of magic coming from inside the building in front of you.
Do
Zaya.
I recognize it at all?
Yes.
Malthor,
Yes.
you do not. Zaya, you sense nothing.
Do I? Knowing my premonition, where the gods were at war and everything, and knowing my connection to Mogwar, can I sense anything wrong on like the god spectrum of the world right now? How's that doing? We'll check in.
Give me a religion check.
Nice.
You know what? I'm gonna do a check too, knowing that my sword is cracking. I should probably do a check like that as well.
Because the magic seems all right. What
I'll
about
roll
the
religion
gods?
as well.
21.
Okay.
Mogwar, how you doing? Long time no talk.
I got a 24 on that.
All
on
right.
my religion roll.
Starting with Zaya, you don't sense anything, Zaya, whatsoever.
Okay.
Malthor, you do sense that the magic, or the gods seem to have the pull to Normac has gotten weaker.
I am immediately looking paler again.
Okay.
Does Zaya notice that?
It is noticeable.
All right. So as you guys continue towards the doors, you see these two large doors with a big RP carved into them. And as a very large tabaxi opens them with his large black fur, or his very long black fur, and he looks at you and goes, "The king has been expecting you."
Thank you. And I guess Zaya's gonna shoot a glance at the others and then enter.
Okay, as you walk in, immediately you are greeted by this massive marble room with checkered floors, marble pillars with gold inlays, silver just about, long banners flying down from the ceiling with an R and a P on each side in purple lettering with a bluish background. Okay. And you see a small golden throne sitting at the other end of the room, about 30 feet from you. A very small black cat with one blue eye and one red eye sitting in the chair. Above him, Cyrus, you notice immediately there is a strong pull to an item that is sitting above the throne, a very large trident that is kind of been hung onto the wall. With multiple slots in it, in the handle, and it seems to be almost calling to you.
Do I recognize it at all?
You do not.
How strong a pull I can resist it, but it.
Yeah, you can resist it, but you feel as
Yeah.
if this is something you should know.
Yeah.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Does the RP in the walls mean anything to me? The symbols? The lettering?
Give me a history check.
Gotcha. And then also question, the small feline on the throne, are there mechanical parts to this?
His red eye does seem to glow. That's all you notice. The rest is covered in a very thick armor.
20 for history.
You've never seen these sigils before. And as the cat as you get a better look at this cat or Fellis that's sitting on the throne, it seems to be in very heavy purple plate, carrying what looks to be a small Gladys on its hip, holding a golden scepter in one hand and a very simple iron crown around its head. And it just looks at you, goes, "Ah, grandmother," as he looks at Zaya.
Pardon? And Zaya looks like even Malthor can notice, Cyrus can notice. She looks confused AF. Like
No, don't worry, grandmother. It's what father used to call, or what used to tell me to call you. I guess you're my godmother.
Oh,
Divis Jr.
Yes, in fact, the same. My father unfortunately passed recently. Within the last few days, actually. A sickness had come over him, I'm sorry to say. He spoke of you well, and his last request before his death was that we made an alliance and that I should offer any assistance that I can, and after all the stories I've heard of your greatness, how could I resist? Although the party he said you are with is very different than those that are standing around you currently.
We have
From what I
suffered
heard, the
great
elf
loss
exploded.
and change, yes. But I'm sorry to hear of his passing. He was a great man.
Yes.
I didn't realize
truly.
he had a kid, though. I'm honored to meet you. And she'll do just like a polite little curtsy as always. And it's like I didn't know.
Yes, we had sent my mother out to meet with you, but when we had heard you were heading towards the Tiefling colonies, she had even contracted with a couple of the local animals. She was a very good druid with her skills. She was a big fan of gorillas, actually. Unfortunately, though, she was having issues. She kept saying that she was being chased or haunted by something. I cannot recall, to be honest, but she hasn't returned. I had hoped that she was with you, but unfortunate.
No, I have not
Then soul
run
somewhere
into
either.
her.
That's what that cat bitch was.
Oh.
Clara, good idea.
Mm.
Genius.
He didn't say that out loud. That's him out of character. But Zaya's like, oh, well, I wish her the best wherever she may be.
You know, it's funny actually. I smell her. Cyrus Galadron, was it?
Yes, Your Majesty. Thank you.
You smell of my mother for some reason.
He does.
I
Cyrus.
smell of your mother.
We've not been around any Tabaxi or Fellas as of recent.
No.
Maybe you were maybe you knew someone who had been. Maybe I guess I'm wrong. Anyways.
Wait.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Nope, that wasn't Cyrus, that was Dulkin you're thinking of. He looks
No,
you.
I figured something out.
He goes, well, it doesn't matter. She's either no longer of this world or she is off looking for you still. Eventually she shall return. Anyways, Zaya Ravensong, I'm very glad to see you. Did you ever meet up with your, the organization my father told me all about?
The New Hope?
Yes, that's it.
It fell when the Rakshasa took our lands and the kingdom fell. I found out that most of my family and friends and allies, who I thought were ruling the organization, were Rakshasa taking the form. They were slain, obviously, as Rakshasa are a threat, and from what I understand, the originals were killed. I don't know what's left of the organization.
Most likely eaten, because Rakshasa are carnivores.
It is true. We've welcomed a few Rakshasa traders in these parts, so they can be a fickle bunch. Anyways, okay, well.
The trick is to feed them toads. They really start croaking.
He giggles at that. You know, we had met with one of your diplomats recently as well, Zaya. I assume you'd prefer Zaya Ravensong to Godmother at this point.
Preferably, but if you feel more comfortable, it's just news to my ears.
Well, he spoke so highly of you. That was he wanted to make sure that was the case. Anyways, as I was saying, yes, one of your diplomats had recently arrived here and had mentioned you would be assisting us. A rather gaunt fellow walking around with a pet green dragon. He had said that you would be assisting us in our current situation. The Yuan-Ti wars have started up. It seems that the queens are a problem. Yes?
Was he a lich?
We've heard the Yuan-Ti. Who is this man? I do not know someone with a small green dragon. Could you tell me his name, his description?
His name was something Bennett, and he was a very pale fellow, very gaunt looking.
Was he bony?
I mean, he wore a very large cape, yes, cape, hood, all that. Cloak, that's it.
Zaya recognizes this description.
I mean, you don't recall the guy wearing a cloak, but you recognize the name of someone carrying around a green dragon.
And Bennett.
Malthor just
That
Yes, he
shakes his head.
mentioned
was.
he had mentioned that his son would be joining and that we were supposed to take and bring him to the local one of our best brothels apparently. Something about grandchildren, I guess.
There is a
That's why
lich
they let
friend of
Rickard
ours
away.
at the castle, but he didn't alert me he would be going ahead as a diplomat for me. In fact, I was informed he was taking the role as diplomat, so I apologize for the confusion. No one communicated that to me. Malthor or Cyrus, you notice Aya looks a little not too happy about this news. But if you need help, we can obviously see about aiding. What is it you exactly needed?
Well, the war, unfortunately, with you auntie haven't gone well. My father, your traveling compatriot, unfortunately passed because of poison from the Black Diamond Queen, Trinitus's mother, if you're familiar with the Yuan-Ti. She's got some potent poison. My father attempted to duel her one-on-one to deal with this situation, and although he managed to wound her severely, he did not manage to cause enough damage and was bit by her, and the poison just eventually would take him. He kind of tear goes down his eye at that. He had managed to gain, as he looks up at the trident above him, this item from one of the inside one of the nests. He had claimed something about changelings, but from what I understand, most of the changelings have gone extinct. But he said that this was in the hands of some like dead human that had the name Galadron written on his armor.
Zaya's instantly looking at Cyrus. Galadron.
Yeah, at that, yes, Cyrus kind of goes a little bit white. And
I figured he
it's
was
like,
a brother or sister of yours, Cyrus? Lord Cyrus?
I don't know, there's been some Galadrons that I've learned about that I don't quite know everything about. But there is something definitely about that trident. May I see it?
Well, by all means, I think it belongs to your family house. And he kind of jumps up onto the top of the throne like a cat climbing a tree, and kind of jumps up and grabs it off the mount. Don't you judge me for that. As he kind of flips it over.
Malthor gives a little clap of that's good job.
I suddenly missed the horny elf that my father told me of. Anyways,
Died a hero's death.
House Galadron, there's a design on the back that says Galadron on it, but there's no sigil designed into it. I assume this belonged to you or a brother of yours?
Can Zaya
seems
Arcana
that way.
check it? See if it looks cursed
Sure, go ahead
before
and give
he
me.
just grabs it.
You know what? I'm also gonna, as it gets brought over, I'm gonna identify it.
Okay.
Yeah, Cyrus, you could just kind of feel Zaya's eyes burning into your back, like maybe we have a history with weapons. I got a natural 1-5.
Unless either of you are stopping or holding Cyrus back, he's going to reach for it because he's.
Nope, I'm just gonna end up touching it to do the identity.
Poke you with her tail. She's poking your legs, just kind of like a.
All right.
Wait a second.
Zaya.
Wait to grab it.
As you do, you sense magic coming off of it, but you don't know anything else. Malthor, your identify does not work. Cyrus, as you grab it, or are you stopping to not take it from him?
No, I think Cyrus is probably still grab it. Yeah.
As soon as you grab it, you hear a voice in your head go,
"No!
You really should prepare for these kind of situations."
Motherfucker! Cyrus! No!
But I recognize who made this weapon?
You
do not. Does it interrupt our link? Does it interrupt our telepathic link?
It does. You don't hear this voice.
Zaya, I don't hear it, but I feel it's broken.
Correct.
Right?
Well, that's definitely a good looking
I'm assuming that doesn't... Can I test the link? Do I get through to Cyrus?
You do after a moment. I've also added it to your inventory, Cyrus.
I was also surprised to hear that these lands knew of my god, too. It's very interesting.
Dibus Jr. looks at you and goes, yes, Normac, he isn't well known, but as we are of a different pantheon than most of the world, we do allow free reign of religious views and beliefs. We get everything from pirates to merchants to noblemen of all different beliefs and religions, especially from the New World. All are respected and
Well,
welcomed.
That is good. I am glad to hear that.
In fact, actually, I
But
had a gnome that was serving me recently. He was a good man. Went by the name of Silverthread.
he's actually a wanted paladin for crimes against the religion of Normac.
Well, as Normac has no jurisdiction over my kingdom, I will not be able to assist you, but that is good to know.
Sir, we do have no evidence of him threatening the life of my royal guard here and his family, if that helps. And she pipes up.
I am sorry, godmother, but even in that case, I am not shielding the man. I am just letting you know that it is not my duty to take him under my charge.
Until a crime is committed in the kingdom, he can't
Understandable.
do anything. So I just have to continue my hunt for him myself.
But he looks to Cyrus and goes, from what my father had mentioned, there's more information about this person that he got it off of. The problem was he wasn't able to stay long as it was in the main Yuan-Ti hive, and I'll be honest, that queen, she bites back pretty hard. So, but apparently there was a tunnel underneath her nest where he had found this alongside a dwarven compatriot of his that was statuified. So you might have an interest in looking into this.
Yeah, if you had any information you have would be greatly appreciated.
Well, I can tell you that my father mentioned something about the skeleton having a staff on him, but he wasn't able to grab that from him. And that I guess the man must have been proficient in time magic, as he put up a pretty strong barrier that managed to hold the changelings from being attacked. Anything that crossed through this barrier that would do them harm was able to be caused or was aged rapidly. That's why the Yuan-Ti have yet to go down there.
That's good information, as Cyrus is kind of like stumbling with his words, though, as he says that.
Yeah, Zaya's side-eyeing Cyrus, but she's addressing the king now. She's like, with your encounters with the Yuan-Ti, if it seems you'll be going to war with them, do you have any information that could be useful for war strategy? Weaknesses, their strengths, anything of use, really?
By the way, Zaya, quick thing about Yuan-Ti, you're technically wearing their skin.
I beg your pardon? And Zaya's like glancing down at her snake skill armor.
Yeah, that's Yuan-Ti skin. Don't ask how I made it. Don't ask where I got it. I don't even know.
Dibus Jr. looks at you and goes, yes, you didn't realize that was the fourth queen's hide. Supposedly she was cut down by one of a really well-known magic caster. I believe, funny enough, I think his name was Bennett as well. It's amazing what you find out these days.
Yeah, he also used some techniques from Smith that worshipped Normac a little, not much.
Interesting. Anyways, yes, that was the fourth queen's hide. He managed to slay her when apparently she offended him with some sort of joke about being all bones. I don't question these things. These are too beyond me. But yes, as far as it goes, the only things I can tell you that we know is that most of their bases or most of their power is concentrated in the three hives, amongst the three clans, and that's where most of the Yuan-Ti like to hide out. They each have a prince under their crown, which is terrifying in its own right. I don't know if you're familiar with Yuan-Ti princes, but they get to the size of, well, he looks up at the top of his at the roof and goes, taller than this castle itself, from what I've been told.
How does
Would Malthor have had any meetings with Yuan-Ti at all?
No, it's very uncommon. Not. Most Yuan-Ti do not travel outside of the hives because they are hive-minded, for the most part. Very rare is there actual Yuan-Ti who can break away from the hive and exist.
Would you happen to have a library that we might be able to study any writings on them about their...
Yes, there's plenty on the time we went to war with them, and there's plenty on the time the changelings decided to burn them and enslave everyone. I think I have Bennett's book
Alright.
even here as well. He had signed a copy for me when I was a wee lad. As he looks around, give me a moment as he kind of walks over to one of the tall bookcases and kind of climbs up to the top shelf, brings it down, and goes, "Yes, Ricard the Brutal Bennett. You are welcome to this book. I have about 3 other copies, 2 of which are signed." He gleams with pride.
If you wouldn't, yes, that would be a great help. That'll might be able to lead us into a way of defeating them swiftly and without too much damage to forces.
Sounds great to me. My men have been pushed to the borders, and we're holding the best we can. But you know,
And since you are the king, I feel that this would be an important item for you to have. I go into the chest that I have tied to Chester's back,
Uh-huh.
and I hand Binks Jr. Not Binks Jr. Goddamn, Dibus Jr.
Mm-hmm.
the potion of true resurrection that I have in there.
He looks at it and goes, "Well, I mean, I can resurrect my father, but he has already abdicated, so he would not be able to rule."
You keep that on you, and if something's going to happen, you order yourself to be revived, or order someone you believe to be able to hold down the fort, or keep the place safe to be revived in your stead.
I'll keep that to note as
Life
he pockets
insurance.
it.
Life insurance, as I would call it.
Malthor is a very giving man.
Well, he has my respect. This is a great gift to the kingdom. I'll take note of this. Thank you. I will have my men bring supplies to your ship. You are, of course, welcome to trade here. And consider the alliance signed. I will have the paperwork delivered to your ship as well, Godmother.
Wonderful.
My people, as soon as the Yuan-Ti are dealt with, will be more than happy to assist you in any issues you may have. And we will, from here on, vassalize under the great Dragon's Gate Kingdom.
Wonderful. Will you be needing any immediate aid? I could see about rallying my troops.
I figure I'll send you out, or you can be sent out within the week to go and head to deal with the issue. That is to your choice if you wish to set out more immediately.
Yes.
I will make sure to send a friend of, I believe that had reported, a friend of yours or one of your compatriots to you that I've been speaking with. They've been traveling here for quite a while. And he kind of gives
Who
a
would
wry
that
smile.
be?
I'll tell you about it later, over dinner, as he smiles at you.
One more thing,
Of course.
the kind king of this, King Dibus.
Yes?
Would you happen to have a forge I could make use of as to possibly forge myself a sword? That way I don't risk this blade. I tap the Draco Blade's hilt. This is a relic of Normac, and it is currently being cracked due to Silver Thread's issues that he's caused.
I have a deep forge that I can offer assistance to. Or you're welcome to visit. There's a Durgar that runs it, but he is pleasant enough company.
I have watched far angrier people forge, I believe. So
Fair enough. Well, I will have one of my guards send for you tonight, and they will bring you down there, as he only opens his forge in the evenings these days.
that is fine.
Sir Cyrus, is there anything you request of me?
Yeah, Virus has kind of just been looking over this trident for a little bit and studying it. Do you mind, Your Majesty? May I take this?
It is yours by right. It does not belong to my house.
Thank you. And I was told when I inquired when we got here that you may have a teleportation circle here.
Ah!
I was wondering if I may be able to study that to learn it.
Yes, that would not be a problem. Although I should warn, I think there's a dead elf down there. So ignore the corpses.
Okay.
You should be fine. A group of adventurers headed this way at one time looking for the story of the first hero, and it did not end well, apparently. Something about rainbow bridges, a centaur charging into the water, a village of Aarakocra being eaten, and a sea elf.
I thought the Aarakocra were extinct.
You know, so did I, but you know, you don't question these things. But yes, I will have one of my guards escort you alongside Malthor tonight. And I will join you down there to see the place, so that way you're well shown around.
Thank you, Majesty.
Wonderful.
And with that, he
But-
kind of smiles and nods and goes, "If there's anything else."
I would like to mention we, of course, will be available within the week, but we may need to do a few more quick travels, so the teleportation circle would be a great aid in making sure we're here on time.
Well, I can see what I can do if that would help.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
He smiles and nods.
Is there, I guess, anything of note? I haven't been in the Tabaxi lands often. I know there was issues in the past between the Tieflings and the Tabaxi.
That is
From
true.
what the
Your
guard
great
said, the brothels
ancestor.
were jumping lately.
He smiles. He goes, "Your great ancestor was a problem for that."
Yes, but that was his choice, and I can't say I followed in his footsteps. She kind of gives like a gracious smile.
Well, that's fair. I do not know that there is of anything of use at this point. He looks about. Yes, I do not know.
Very well, then I might just want to tour around the city if that is fine.
Yes, you are of course welcome to. Enjoy yourself. You know, and I look forward to hearing of anything that you might need.
Same here.
Yes,
It's a
Your
pleasure to meet
Majesty.
you.
Yes.
Do you by chance have like a court wizard or possibly shops that might have magical spells to procure? I would like to try to add to my repertoire.
There's always shops around. The shopping district opens around mid-afternoon. You should be able to check it out, no problem.
Perfect, thank you.
Wonderful.
Is there
Now, Thor,
anything
did
else
you-
I may do for you?
I think I'm good,
See.
thank you.
Yes, I am fine. I've gotten everything I needed out.
Okay. He smiles. If you'll my guards will escort you to your ship, and you guys are welcome to leave it by mid-afternoon. We do not allow non-tabaxi out and about before mid-afternoon. It was a special case, of course, as you are royalty, but to keep to tradition, that will be the case that you will be asked to stay to your ship until then.
Can I want to try to make 2 checks real quick.
Sure.
First, insight on him. Second, history to see if Dibbis recalling his lands would have told me of this cultural thing. I'm
Okay.
sure we exchanged tales. So yeah, just want to do that because little sus, not gonna lie. Okay, so my insight is +6. So that's my insight is 12,
Okay.
and then my history is 13. I rolled bad.
He seems to be telling the truth, from what you can tell,
Mhm.
and seems to try. He is trying to be as honest with you as possible, and
Okay.
avoiding details that would be dishonest to you, or would cover up things. And as far as history goes, you recall that Dibbis Senior was actually kind of a country bumpkin, and lived in the country.
Mhm.
He never really spoke of the
Okay.
city much to you, as he didn't really ever visit the city.
Okay. Then yes, I will just not be like, that is fine. I'm sure we'll need to talk and discuss our plans for the future. Thank you for your kindness as a host.
Of course, and expect our mutual friend to be visiting you within the next day or two.
I look forward to it.
He smiles and nods, and as the guards begin to escort you out, kind of hurrying you along towards the boat, you hear a slight explosion at one point as a rat comes running
Mhm.
off the ship. You can see Captain kind of moving about at breakneck speed from one side of the ship to the other as he looks very caffeinated. You can hear Kips yelling at someone at the bottom of the ship as more explosions are heard, and the person responding about something about explosions being the only natural medicine. As you guys make it on board, Kips comes above, and Captain seems to be looking a little worried.
Kips, who did you invite on the ship that's blowing it to pieces?
You know, he's not intentionally blowing it to pieces. That's all that
Could you
matters.
get him to stop? We
Young
cannot
lady,
leave
my
the ship-
magic, my medicine is not dangerous to this fine ship. As the captain here already knows, I have explained this to him that the explosions are purely for discovery.
Can I insight or just take a look around and see if the ship looks damaged, or look at Captain and see if this seems to be truthful?
Well, the ship looks fine. Captain's currently dying as he's like he's bouncing around from the caffeine.
Captain, is everything all right with the ship? Zaya's just gonna like ask him outright. Also, I assume Zaya for the first time notices the ears and tail.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. And the man begins to speak again and says, "Young lady, my science is one of the most world-renowned here. My
Queen
exploding
Zaya
rats.
Ravensong,
I do
pleased to
not
make your
care
acquaintance.
if you're a queen. I told the king the same thing. I told his father the same thing. Science knows no nobility."
Oh,
But this boat does belong to nobility. I just want to make sure the ship is all right. We'll be stuck here till the afternoon, and I don't want any damages. You're welcome here to do your science experiments, but again, if there will be trouble on the ship, I will request you and Kips perhaps take it to a lab.
I will be sure that he does not damage or harm the ship or any of the crew in any way.
Thank
as
you.
It is my responsibility.
Thank you, Kips. We will need to head out here soon. I just want everything in top tier condition. And she's smiling, big at the both of them, seeming polite.
He looks. The doctor looks to Zaya and goes, "Can I perchance interest you in a delightful taste of the local cuisine?"
No, you shall
I have
not.
eaten breakfast recently. I'm afraid I am full. Thank you.
Fine. As he kind of goes back downstairs.
I'll take him to my lab and we will begin going over the safety procedures that are necessary for all personnel under my watch.
But sir, you must understand, explosions are part of the natural process. You just hear as the door is shutting. And Kips, you can hear his face palming in the background.
Cyrus kind of looks at Melthor and Zaya.
Mm-hmm.
Does Captain kind of look like a ball bouncing between pins?
Zaya's gonna look at Captain. Does he?
Because I assume he's kind of like very quickly walking around, all hyper jittery.
Captain is trying to throw the rats off of the ship.
Poof!
Are there? Oh, there's a rat issue.
Before they all explode.
Poof!
Yes,
No,
there's currently.
They are
Jerry.
too. I would. How big are these rats?
Just typical rats.
I'll cast Mage Hand and start just grabbing handfuls and chucking. Rats don't weigh that much.
No, they do
No! Poof!
Into the ocean, just away.
Onto the ground. You're not near the ocean.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know if we
Airship.
were or not. True.
Also,
Athletics
Captain,
check to kick a
give
rat
me
Okay.
a
off
perception
over
check.
the edge.
Okay.
Kips, please handle the rat problem.
There's no problem, madame.
What
I
is
would
going on
disagree.
with the rats?
22.
Are they
Ow,
just-
fuck. They're running about.
22.
Okay.
Are they just coming out explosive?
Yes, he keeps there seems to be rats kind of falling off this man.
Is he still within sight?
No, he's in the lab now, but those few that were that
Darn.
managed to get on the ship earlier are now starting to explode after 30 minutes.
Do they damage the
Can I
ship?
kick?
Nope.
Can I kick them off?
Okay.
They seem to explode into puffs of smoke. Of yellow smoke, and it smells very strangely of bleach and lemon juice. Captain, with a 22, you notice as you kind of walking about the ship, walking back and forth, you see a green scale laying next to the wheel.
Did I happen to notice in my frantic running about the ship where this scale came from?
Nope, but you did find it right next to the wheel of the ship. Yes,
Is
I.
Captain still within sight?
Yeah, he's just walking about,
Yeah,
looking
I'd
about.
like to approach him. Captain, why do you have ears and a tail? And she looks very worried, or confused and concerned.
I poke you with my tail and say, "Shut up,
I
rats!"
poke you with my spikier, harder tail. I would like to know why you have a tail. Now, this is very concerning. The rats don't seem to be doing damage to the ship.
They're gross.
Captain, you also
Captain?
notice Malthor is reading a book that catches your eye as you see in gold inlay on it, Ricard the Brutal Bennett, written on the title.
If you really
I'm
don't
assuming
know-
I'm still high off caffeine at this point.
Oh yeah, extremely.
I vault over the helm and I
Wait.
snatch the book.
Is he gonna go past me?
Yep.
Can I stop him?
Nope.
I want to stop because I want answers. Darn.
Grab it back from him and say, "I am looking up war strategies here, you fool."
I mage hand the book for them both.
We. I
The
grab
queen
book
needs
and I
to know
go to my
this.
room. I grab the book and I go to my room.
Malthor, halt!
Poof.
Oh
I
my god.
Stop. I simply
What?
say, "I'm reading it to learn Yuan-Ti weaknesses, and if it's written
Yes.
by his lich of a father, then it's written by his lich of a father, but the experience will be useful."
Poof.
No, I know that. Just when did you get that?
Dibus gave it to me in the throne room.
Poof.
He climbed up on the shelves. You all remember?
All right, I need you to
I must-
remove all the rats from your body, please. All of them. Gone.
He just looks at you
Very
and goes,
well,
but
Malthor,
sir,
please report back.
but you've got to understand, this is in the name of science, sir.
Malthor, one more
I
thing.
will report back.
Are you refusing my orders?
No, sir. As he
No,
opens his
I'll report
trench
back
coat.
if I find anything useful, or when we go shopping.
Poof,
That
poof,
way,
poof, poof.
I will be with you to guard you during.
No, besides that, and Zaya walks over to him and she sort of gets quiet. Are you all right? I noticed how you looked before we set off, and your sword is not seeming right. Is everything okay?
Poof.
No,
Zaya
it is
kicks
not.
the rat away,
Normac is
and
growing
she just
weaker.
keeps looking at Malthor.
If there's a rat near me, I punt it
Poof.
as hard as I possibly can.
As
That is a
Is
28
everything-
to punt.
As
a
Malthor
rat.
and Zai are talking, you just hear in the distance Kip's yelling at the poor young or very old doctor, going as you hear poof 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 as things are hitting the floor. I'm getting rid of them. I'm fine. No fun. Explosions.
Zaya, out of respect for you, I won't tell you exactly what's going on, but let's just say my god is growing weaker.
Poof.
I don't like not
Much
knowing things,
weaker.
Malthor.
My god is growing weaker, and I can attribute some of the fact that, and I pull out the Dracula blade enough to show the crack, and this is happening.
Malthor, I got a premonition last night before this all happened. There was basically a war with the gods. If there is something wrong with your god, I think it needs to be addressed.
I know where to go to address it if you'd like to step in my room and see.
That.
damn it. Poof.
Will we be able to get there and be back here within the week to help?
It's in
with
the
Yuan-Ti?
Dwarven land, so I'm not positive.
Do I know
open
how?
my door?
Yeah, how long it'd be to travel to the Dwarven lands via
You're
airship?
in what is equivalent to South Korea. You're going to Central Europe. It's gonna take you a little bit.
More than a week.
Probably not more than 3 days, but it'll be another 3
Okay.
days to get back.
But if we get the teleportation circle,
Then that's
so
instant.
we gotta bank on that.
Poof.
What is it in your room, Malthor? As I looked at the room, and you can
I
tell
opened the
Malthor
door
she's a bit
and-
nervous about the room.
I open the door and it looks like a small library with a basic bed in it and a bowl for the blink dog, which has refilled itself, and then the blink dog runs in and starts eating.
As a rat runs out and poof.
How did that one even get in there? Kip, control your cat!
Is there a robot nearby?
First
Like one
off,
of the Ottoman workers, the Ottomans? Is one of them nearby?
No. Go ahead, Kips.
Darn. Okay.
okay. He's
Poof.
not allowed to conduct any experiments for the time being without my supervision.
But sir,
Until you I trust you enough in order to conduct experiments on your own and you follow the proper procedures, you will only be allowed to enter the lab without my direct supervision or with my permission.
so I shouldn't drink the yellow liquid I invented, apparently. As he pulls out a vial of yellow liquid.
No, not in the
That's
slightest.
just urine.
You're not there.
Or lemon flitch.
Um,
I don't care.
Can I throw this at the paladin? I'm curious what it does.
We can do that later.
Poof. Sir,
Another
that wasn't
yes.
mine that time, I promise.
Oh, okay, understood. For the time being, wait, is it too late to go out now?
No. At this point, still
It's too
mid-morning.
early.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I said, until the afternoon, we're supposed to be stuck on the ship. She said that when
How-
like talking to the guy.
Poof.
Okay. How much space does my lab have?
It gets bigger every time you bring a new person in.
Okay, so he has his own little chemistry area.
Uh-huh. And he looks very excited to explode things with it.
Okay, I'm very excited for him to explode things with it too.
Poof.
I'm
Poof.
going to be going out. Is there like sort of a somewhat of a temple or church, any sort form of area in which someone would be treated? I'm assuming it would be in a temple or a church, seeing as
Are you asking him or me?
I'm asking both of you.
Well, as you mentioned this question, he goes, well, we have clerics, but medicine practitioners? Poof. I don't think so.
You hear smacking in the distance.
Okay.
And
Sir,
Squeaks
I
is
think I shouldn't have let the 350 rats I let out earlier when I got on the ship.
350.
I know I said it was only 5, but that they got hungry and bored.
For the time being,
I think
your
it's
task
350.
Until I come back, your task until I come back.
Yes, sir.
Dispose of all of the rats.
That's going to be rather hard, sir.
Oh, yes.
And poof. I'm honestly not sure anymore where they all are. There is one I should mention that is actually explosive enough to ignite all of the smoke coming out of the smaller ones that could blow up half a city. His name is Frederick. I have lost him. He wasn't supposed to get out, but I think he did. He's been chasing Rose all week, and I think when she got out, he followed, and I don't know where they are.
Okay. I'm going to inform Zaya of this.
I heard it's like a giant 9th level fireball, if that helps.
I'm informing Zaya of this. And I'm I'm going to say, you will be helping. I'm not telling her this. I'm saying you will be helping the rest of the crew to find the
No, wait, well, she was originally talking to Malthor, so does Kips come just running up and leave the guy in the lab?
I come running.
Zaya sees the worry and instantly just like holds up a hand to Malthor and is like, "Here we go again." Yes, Kips.
There appears to be a slight problem, ma'am.
Yes.
So there may be a 5th level fire. Wait, was it 5th level? No, 9th level. 9th level fireball of a rat walking around in somewhere here. That could cause catastrophic damage to the ship if it isn't found.
Poof.
Yes, I will keep an eye out for that. And if you could address the guest you brought on the ship, and like the coral on her arms like starting to grow a bit, and there's like a bit of a flame flicker to like her eyes. Like, if you could address him, perhaps get him off the ship. Perhaps maybe Captain, if you could tell the robots to just capture or kill all the rats. Yes. And she goes hunting around for rats. She has her rapier out, mage hand in tow.
You see like a wild captain playing whack-a-mole with fucking evil Mjolnir over there.
Captain, give me a perception check.
Find rats and slay them.
Yeah, I have my mage hand to snatch one.
Cyrus will attempt
18.
to find the
Do not
fireball
kill
one.
the rat.
Okay.
Do not
18.
kill the rat.
Okay.
You must remove the rat. Do not kill it. If you kill it, it could possibly
Got it, Cap.
destroy the ship.
Okay.
I
So
start
don't
throwing
kill it.
rats off the edge of the ship.
Poof, poof,
That
poof.
that is acceptable.
I'm looking for. Did Kips describe the one that's Fireball?
It's a really big, large, fat rat, right, DM?
Yeah, he said
Yep,
it was bigger. Frederick was large.
Frederick
Is
I'm
it
was a-
looking-
technically a giant rat?
Poof. He comes out. The Tabaxi comes out and says, "Well, his name's Frederick. It's weird I remember his name, but not my own.
We'll just
I
call him
He's
start calling
Frederick
out the
then.
rat's name.
he's a giant gray
Royce?
rat. He's very smart. And Captain, as you start playing whack-a-mole, at your third one, you suddenly see a very large gray rat looking at you, smiling as you are about to throw your hammer at it.
I get ready to crank up a good
Wait.
throw.
Okay.
Do
I
do
throw
we
my
Nope.
see
shield
him?
in front of the rat, defending it.
It is standing behind the automaton, out of vision of everyone not on the top deck, or on the very top of the deck next to the
Well,
wheel.
I was on the on the wheel. Okay.
Yep. All right,
I'm
Captain.
gonna shout out, if you see a giant gray rat, do not kill.
Or kill it. It'll be
It
funny.
is a,
It's a party
it
rat.
is a
No,
huge
don't kill it.
bomb.
It's
Not-
it's
It
it's
will
a party
destroy
rat.
the ship.
I can take care of it.
So,
I would
Okay.
like to dive on top of the rat.
Okay, please roll
I can
non-lethal
safely
damage.
ta-
What was it,
I can
Cyrus?
safely take care of it.
Bomb squad Cyrus activate.
Sorry, Royce, what'd you say?
Roll. Give me a dexterity check to see if you can catch it.
How does a nat 20 sound?
Not good enough as Frederick squeaks away and comes jumping down the stairs, looking at you guys, and looks up at you guys. And the Tabaxi goes, "Frederick!"
Please get Frederick and get off the ship.
As the
Or
doctor
put some-
pulls out a small-looking hand musket, aims.
No, do not kill
No,
him.
don't do that. Just
Remove him.
Give me the
I would
rat
like
and I can take
to,
care of it.
Cast.
What can you
hang on
do?
hang on a second.
As
hang on a
Frederick
second.
is
If you hand me
screaming.
the rat, I will show you.
I'm not catching that. Do you know that rat is covered in poison? I don't want to touch it.
Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
I would like to bring out the Silver Song lute and play a few notes and try to cast Charm Person
It's Charm
on
Monster.
this. No, Charm
Cat.
Person on the Tabaxi
Oh.
humanoid,
I'm
and
gonna pick up the
I
rat
will.
gently.
Yep, I would like to expend a charge.
That's charisma.
What? Yeah, it's a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay, so 7.
No, it's an 18. He fails.
He seems very enlightened by you.
Yeah, Saya just like hums a little tune. She's like, "Sir, please do not blow up the rat. I wouldn't want to ruin the city. Is there a safe place you can take him to and all the other rats off the ship safely stored
Poof.
away?" And her voice is like honey as she plucks a few notes.
He looks about and goes, "Yes." He walks over to the rat as he sees Malthor going for it and kind of pushes Malthor to the side slightly, puts on some gloves, grabs Frederick off the ground, and shucks him onto another boat. And immediately,
Thank you.
that boat explodes into a giant fireball. And he goes,
Does it hit our boat?
"Does not." He goes, "My queen, are you
Wonderful.
satisfied?"
Yes, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing what you and Kips do. Kips, can you guys go work on the medicine? I believe you were working on a cure for what was it? Leprosy, tuberculosis.
I have. He's not allowed
Castration.
in the lab without supervision, and I have other.
Yes,
lab
and is there a way you can just seal the door just in case there's any rat incidents? You know,
Poof.
I wouldn't want anyone to interrupt you or for any more rats to get out. Or is there like a safe lab, maybe off the ship, a royal laboratory? I imagine they'd have much more supplies than Kips does.
Well, I blew up the Royal Laboratory and may have caused Dibus Sr. a couple of scars. He kind of looks away.
Well, Kips, you are a very handy man. Maybe you can go with him and repair the royal laboratory. That sounds like a grand idea. And
No.
Kips, Zaya's looking at you very intently. She's smiling, but you don't think she means it.
Poof.
I'm just gonna stare at her, and I'm just like. Anyways, I have other matters to attend to. He's not
Kips!
allowed into my lab. I'm
Then
going to lock the door.
Kips, can you please escort him off? I would be rude to see him off. You are the host. You invited him.
Hold on. Malthor is gonna step up and be like, "Remember, we can't leave the ship until mid-afternoon."
Well, he doesn't. If Kips cannot set off the ship, still, if he's having this kind gentleman leave, he should at least see him off. He is the one who invited him. It'd be rude as a host not to.
I think the only ones that would be able to walk off a hitter without any issues is that scientist, who's I guess we're calling Frederick now.
His name is now Frederick. Yes.
I have been granted the name of Frederick, like my rat that I exploded.
Yeah.
And Captain, because he has cat ears and a tail. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go read this book on the UNT, figure out a strategy. Hopefully we can survive that fight, as well as figure out exactly where the hell this mountain is that I have to go to fix my damn sword. Malthor then walks off, goes into his room, opening the door, and he leaves it open for if Zaya wants to come see what he's been working on.
Yeah, Zaya's gotta first figure this situation out. So does Kips also leave? Or is he still there?
Am I not allowed to go out?
You are not off the ship.
Am I not allowed to leave the ship?
Well, you're not technically allowed to go and explore the town until mid-afternoon. That is correct.
Okay.
What time is it now?
It is still mid-morning.
Then I will enter the laboratory with my new found. I wouldn't call it an assistant, but
when they're out of earshot, I want to turn to Cyrus and be like, "Do you have a way to seal the door?" She'll ask at the telepathic link, but she's like leaning towards him, like.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not quite certain. I think it's a pocket dimension of some kind.
As the door closes, and
I lock the door upon closing it.
But sir, not again. That's the last thing you hear.
I want to find one of the robots nearby and be like, could you please guard the lab, make sure nothing dangerous, explosive, magical leaves it?
Madame, that is not part of our programming.
Very well.
Captain, you see a red rat running right past you.
Can I make a reaction to snatch it with sleight of hand?
Alright, go give me a sleight of hand check.
That is going to be a 32 to grab the rat.
Alright, as you grab the rat, you take 1 point of poison damage.
Do I? Because I am resistant.
Yeah, that's it was originally 2, but it was halved.
Oh, okay.
So, the rat is covered in some sort of purple fluid.
Wait, do I? Because I have gloves on.
Oh, then no, you do not.
Yeah, they're not visible, but they're still gloves. Do I notice that this rat is, like, dramatically different other than the fact that it is red?
No, it's the same size as the other ones, and it's just, normal red rat.
I would like to knock on the dimension door that we've got.
Okay.
Wait,
as you knock, nothing happens. No, Malthor automatically closed for you still, as soon as you entered.
Well, I'm reading.
Nothing happens.
I open the door, and greatly wanting to enter Kip's laboratory.
It opens to your captain's quarters.
I sigh, shut the door, and just put the rat in a barrel.
Chuck the rat.
Okay.
Pitch it off the boat.
Knock. I mean, maybe the knock would work.
Pitch it onto the boat we just exploded.
That is not a boat anymore. That is just a fiery ball of recklessness.
Throw the rat into the fiery crater.
Yeah, but it's a special rat.
I really like what he did with the rats. I'm going to utilize that. Trust me.
We now
weapons to terrorize our enemies with.
For us.
I'm just putting the rat in a barrel, and I'm gonna sit on top of the barrel.
We need to feed the rats the UNT.
Alright. As the rat goes in the barrel, you hear it screeching at the top of its lungs while it's inside the barrel, but nothing happens. Cyrus and Zaya and Captain, you are the only ones still left on top deck together.
So when Malthor entered his room, did his door actually stay
Closed.
open, or
Nope.
did it magically shut?
It
Okay.
closed.
So it looks like Malthor just walked away and shut the door on me. So it
Pretty
looks like
much.
he doesn't want to speak. I'm gonna like turn to Cyrus and be like, "That was eventful.
Poof.
Let us." And she like gestures for Cyrus to kind of follow her. But is it the one just like below deck would probably be more secluded? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she'll take up below back where she was originally singing, and then just kind of turn to him and be like, "So, about, I guess, everything, you doing all right? You know, the journal thing, the trident, seems like a lot."
Yeah, I think so. I'll have to see if I can figure out more what this trident is, but
Are
it
you sure
seems
we
like
should?
it could be a very powerful addition.
I feel obligated to ask if we are sure we want a potentially sentient weapon, considering my past experiences with it. And she like gestures to like the area where originally
I was about to
Dracoblade stabbed her and like killed. You know the area where Soul Drink or whatever like
How
stabbed
close
her.
am I to you guys?
You're on
I
the top
went
deck.
below the deck. Yeah. So
we went
you
down.
just saw her take him as like kind of gesture for him to follow, and they walked off.
Okay.
So it's like, I just feel the need, Cyrus, the need to ask if you are sure this is a smart idea.
Because I know it talked to me, but did I get any sense that it was necessarily the weapon, or it just kind of came through the weapon?
It just seemed to come through the weapon. You're not sure otherwise.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'll have to try to figure this out more, but I mean, it seems to be some sort of a family weapon. I can't imagine that it would be bad if it was within my family.
So as someone who's had a very drama-filled family, I disagree. Family can be the most likely to stab you in the back. But if you think it's safe, I suppose I'll take your word on it. There's a lot to address, and I'm trying to address everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be careful, but I will try to figure it out. Also,
Well, if
how are you doing
Poof.
after everything back at the manor? I mean, that whole everything with your brother down in the dungeons? I mean, are you doing okay?
The answer, Cyrus, if I'm being honest, is no. But referring to the scene with my brother in particular, that's not one of my major concerns. It was unsettling. It was unexpected, but considering what I've been through, it's not left as deep a mark on my mental state as it probably should have. If I'm being honest, um, there's a lot of stuff going on. Nothing of any major importance. She says, lying through her teeth. Just everything going on. We almost died. I feel we're all getting our footing. I'm holding in there as best I can.
Okay, well, I'm here if you need to talk about anything.
Poof.
Thank you. I'm not sure it'd be best to speak aloud with wondering ears, but is that all you wanted to talk about? If not, I'm hoping to get the others. I think we needed to discuss a plan of action.
Yeah, that's it's good for now. We can get with the others.
Great. You said you were looking for spells. Were there any you need in particular? I could perhaps aid you with that.
Yeah, I've got a kind of a short list and a long list of what I'm looking for, so I'll have to see what
Well, I
those
know
are or what's
some
available.
magic, mostly self-taught, but if you were looking to learn anything, maybe I can be of use. If not, I could still use your magical insight with, enchanting and everything of that sort.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a couple ideas. I can kind of write them down and share them with you.
Wonderful. And we should probably make the teleportation circle a top priority when it's afternoon. If we are traveling, we will need it to get back in time.
Yeah, 'cause at least we can get all of us back and very quickly if need be.
Yes. Well, I suppose just get the list to me whenever, and
Just-
I could help. It was nice speaking to you. And she'll start heading up the stairs a little quickly.
Zaya and Cyrus, give me a perception check.
Wonderful.
What I can do.
Captain, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Perception. What
Just
do
the
I
first one,
percep?
DM. I
Yeah, I
set
see
it to
it.
roll twice all the time, so
That's fine.
Yeah.
I always take the first roll.
22. Beat you, Cyrus. Take that.
That's gonna be 14.
So, Kips and Malthor, as you're kind of working in your individual spaces, you suddenly hear boom out of nowhere, and it shakes your rooms slightly. And Kips, as you're explaining,
I book it out of my room.
as you're explaining to Frederick how things work, you just look at him, smile suddenly as the explosion is heard, and goes, "Oh, I forgot about Rosa." And Captain, you find
Oh.
yourself about 60 feet away, waking up on solid concrete. Zaya and Cyrus,
Is the boat going down?
you're on the ground. You find yourselves both on the third level of the ship. As you both look up, you can see the implants of your figures in the wood above you. And there's a
So-
large purple smoke floating off from the ship.
Caps! She just shouts that. I'm using thaumaturgy, loud as I can. Zaya's like,
Balthor comes out and he sees the smoke.
Purple haze everywhere. You can't see a thing, and it smells like lemon juice.
I am going to try to magically clear it. I just gotta hope I have the spell on hand.
Captain, as you
If not,
find
then I'm
yourself
fucked.
60 feet out, laying on concrete, you see you have an implant of your physical form in the concrete, and the ferret is just laughing its ass off. You didn't take any damage, though.
Honestly,
is the ship
I'm
damaged
more
at all?
impressed than I am angry.
can I cast Gust of Wind to clear the haze and just kind of blow it all around?
As you kind of stand up, pulling yourself out of being imprinted into the bottom of the ship,
I was
Mhm.
about
yeah?
to ask the ferret to turn into Kane so I could get my ass up.
The ferret ignores you for the time being and just continues laughing as it falls over on its side, just cackling. Yeah, Zaya, as you kind of pull yourself out of the wood, splinters being heard, your back is
I'll
really
help
sore.
Cyrus if he needs it.
The gust of wind activates and the stuff blows away as Kips and Malthor come out of their rooms respectively.
I start mending the ship immediately.
Fix this, Kips.
As
Final
Zaya yells
strike.
from the bottom of the ship as you see a hole
she
Zaya
is
sized.
seething. Her whole left arm is just full of like all coral out on display, tail lashing. She's like fuming.
I look at the cat and I say, "You realize when you do things like this, it is not you that is in trouble, but it is me."
It's about to be both if it's not fixed soon.
You can't hear me.
But sir,
Can I?
you must understand. I did tell you that Rosa was out there. I said that
No,
before we
no.
entered.
Wait, did you?
Yes, you just
He
didn't
said
listen. I
following
whispered.
Rose. He didn't mention Rose being.
I
Boom Boom.
whispered into your ear that that Frederick was chasing Rose, and then I mentioned that Rose was also a special party rat.
Oh, well, you did, didn't you?
You never
Oh.
listen. Sir, you need to learn to listen to me more. My queen, it wasn't my fault. He didn't listen. He yells down, looking at you, kind
Oh
of
yeah,
hiding in the
the
lob.
charm person thing's still active, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Or did did Gust of Wind dispel that?
You're not sure. But
Sir, please!
Mhm.
Enough rats, and if you could all find a way to repair the ship, I'm not sure I can get.
Malthor's
Could you
already
get?
mending on spots.
I'm not
that are
sure
broken.
we're allowed to leave the ship. Could you, good sir, go get some tabaxi? Just someone who could magically fix the ship. I'm sure the king would be very upset if we had to leave the ship because of some destruction. I think
Yes.
he had something planned for us later.
Yes, ma'am, I will take care of that, and I'll get more rats as he climbs down the ladder and starts walking
No,
off.
you will
No
not
more
be getting
rats.
more.
More rats,
You will not be
please.
getting any more rats.
He is
We-
gone.
I am I am chasing after him, and I am telling him,
Sir,
"You will
no!"
not be getting any rats. None. Zero. You heard
Good.
me. Zero.
Cyrus. And then Cyrus pulled himself out of the hole. Is like he all okay?
As Captain
Again,
pulls himself
Malthor
out,
is
Malthor
repairing
begins
the ship as slowly as he can,
As-
not as slowly as he can, as fast as he can with mending.
as mending begins to activate. Cyrus pulls himself out of the imprint. Captain comes climbing onto the ship once more with pieces of concrete falling off, or pieces of marble falling off his shoulder.
I'm about to ask the king to
That-
have him banned from our presence. And she's like kind of growling that out, Cyrus.
You do that,
Cyrus-
you might ban Kips as well.
Yep.
Honestly, perhaps maybe he just needs a little bit of time out from the ship. Cyrus, could you get us up there? Like, how tall is it to the top deck now, or what's left of it? DM?
Huh? What?
How high up is what's left of the top deck? Like, how far did we fall down?
Oh, you went through about 20 feet of 20 feet down.
Yeah, there's not an easy way up now, is there?
Oh, there's ladders that go up to the next deck.
There is.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you'll be then mid deck to top deck.
I'm gonna start heading up reluctantly, angrily, storming up the ladder.
Okay.
That is all.
All right. As he give me a strength check there. Kips.
Oh, is,
Kips, give me
what
a
is he
strength check, please.
is he gonna murder a cat here soon?
You just hear your name, Zaya, getting screamed at the top of his lungs. As here comes Kips, pulling a trench coat, a white trench coat alongside him, hauling it back, yelling your name, Zaya. And you see panic on Kips's face. Panic you've never seen before.
What? Did I make it to top deck yet?
Yeah, as Kips kind of comes up to the bottom of the ship.
Blue rat, find it. Blue rat. Rat,
What does
blue,
that
blue
mean?
rat bad, blue rat.
Do I hear this?
Someone.
Yeah, Captain,
Is there-
and you
is there
feel
a blue
something
rat
on your
inside?
shoulder, Captain.
I would like to make a perception. Well, okay,
Yeah.
if I feel it on my shoulder, I'm just gonna turn to look. What is it?
There's a blue rat staring you straight in the face, smiling.
Do we see Captain?
I tie its tail to Mjolnir and I throw.
As you go to pull on the tail and tie it, the tail pops off and the rat runs towards Cyrus.
Can I make a reaction to
Mm.
grab?
Can I punt it? Can I punt
Well,
it?
Cyrus still at the bottom.
Yep,
The third.
Alright. Well, I was coming.
climbing up.
but
Yeah, he's climbing up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I-
What kind of
Rat
damage
is
does
as
it do?
me.
Cyrus yells out. What kind of damage does it do?
I'm looking for.
Kips, as you look at the jacket that you are dragging, there's nothing inside of it.
Mm,
DF,
I
did you hear my?
Yes, I
Question.
heard you. Yes, you can react to it. Roll a dexterity check to see if you can catch it.
God dang
I
it!
think
cast
that was
dispel
roll to
magic
react
on
to
this
kick
rat.
it.
Will that be bad?
I don't think it's really magical for the reason of the explosion is magical.
Captain,
18 to grab.
as you
Or wait, would it be sleight of hand?
well, it depends. Are you doing this gently, or are you just trying to grab this rat in a full fist?
Well, I'm trying not to make it explode, so yeah.
so sleight of
gently.
hand. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, in
Go
that
ahead,
case, 26.
Okay, as you manage to catch it in your hand, it tries to bite your finger.
Throw.
Cyrus, you said
I
you could
endure.
take care of the previous rat. Can you take care of this one? And she's like yelling down to him.
It squeaks in annoyance.
If it's
Is
fire,
there still a
yes.
flaming ship next to
Or
us?
if it's gonna
There's-
explode in flames, I can take care of it.
Okay.
I would like to.
Malthor offers his hand. I can pitch it pretty far.
All right.
I can deal with it if it's fire.
I don't think it's fire.
Yeah, I'm throwing the bitch.
At the water or at the ship?
Could you, Cyrus, when you do dimension
At
door,
the
could you just make
fireball.
a door and throw the rats like 500 feet away through it without actually traveling? Is that possible, Cyrus?
Never tried it.
As Captain yeets the rat towards the flaming ship,
boy.
you see that you hear screaming of the rat, and then nothing happens. It goes silent.
Saya's preparing to defend herself. She's
I was
got
about
a
to
bad
say,
feeling.
Malthor
Heart
standing in
is
front of
gonna
Zaya,
hit the
his
floor.
shield,
Okay.
him holding,
Yeah.
he's holding his shield.
Yeah, Saya's like
a stance
standing
to
behind
protect
Cyrus
Zaya.
if he's on the top deck. Yeah, she's behind whoever's in front of her. She's got, I don't know, healing spells ready.
Malthor looks ready to take a beating at this point.
Oh my god. Move the ship. No.
Captain!
Captain's on the floor.
Full fucking
I
speed.
go to the robot that's in control
Is
of the
the
ship.
ship
I say,
even fixed?
move up now.
The robot looks at you and goes, "Invalid user," as you now look up and you see a very large rock coming down towards you.
I shout
Okay,
at the top of my lungs, "Move ship forwards."
Order confirmed, and beep,
Um,
beep. It's slowly
as
moving.
He's moving it.
Is it possible
As he's
I
moving
can...
it, I aim up at the rock. I pull out the Draco Blade and I say, I don't want to do this, but god damn it, I don't have a choice. And I cast Vitriolic Sphere at the rock to melt it. I'm shooting aspect.
I would not do that if I was you. You'll just
If
melt...
I cast
Okay, as he does
slowed-
this,
Mm.
immediately, while the ship is moving, as the rock is just getting overhead, and Captain, looking up, Swill's Kips, realizes that this thing probably wouldn't hit the ship. The impact would probably bother it, but wouldn't hit directly. Malthor points up and melts the boulder. Down comes
Ray of Frost.
melting
I have Ray
copper.
of Frost. I want to spam Ray of Frost, guess win whatever. I've got ice spells.
Okay, as you
I
manage
follow
to
it.
freeze it, giant chunks of now frozen melted copper
than
come
melted.
flying down and
Everybody
spearing the
dodge!
ship.
Zaya's dodging.
The ship,
I hold my shield over my head.
the ship
Right.
is found. Yes, Cyrus?
I was gonna say Cyrus tries to grab Zaya and casts
Oh.
shield in an attempt to
Well,
get
Okay.
both of us. And it's like he's just
all right,
hugging her and
I'm
shielding.
sticking close to Cyrus.
As the two huddle up, Captain hitting the deck.
Captain shouts into shield.
The ferret transforms and is laughing as a shield.
I don't care.
As 3 large copper spikes spear through the ship, sticking it into the ground and holding it. These things are about 3 feet thick and a good 30 feet long, as they are all the way to the bottom. From the bottom to the top deck can be perfectly seen. Now are holding the ship in place.
I am going to kill a cat. And then I'm going to gouge myself out.
As you guys kind
I
of
am-
come out, you see Frederick walking back towards the ship with a big smile on his face. And that is where we'll end today's session. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed.
We
We will see you next time.
We didn't need a worse gall.